Hello, everyone. It's Rickzilla here with the run-of-the-mill of this, what the run-of-the-mill weekend show. Well, actually, it's going to be the first weekend show that I will do on Streamlabs. Sorry, I was busy doing some stuff. I mean, I'm a bit winded right now. Got back from the store. I just went to town and, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway. Hey, Twisted Skeptic. Hey, Blue. How's things going? I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I know it's been a really crazy week. I mean, Shanny and Rev still are trying to maintain their relevancy. And G-Man is simping for Shanny, which he usually does. However, it's come to my attention that there are more Shanny simps out there. Some of them are just coming out of the woodwork. And I'm just thinking to myself, where do these guys come from? So, Burnt Toast was... and Jules, along with other guests, including Hannah and Drag, they were talking to this Purgos guy who happens to be one of Von Helton's supporters. And it turns out the guy sees nothing wrong with how Shanny treats her boys. Personally, I think that's kind of fucked up, if you think about it. And I don't care whose argument you are saying. I don't care whose argument you're defending. Abuse is abuse, whether if it's physical, psychological, and or emotional. Child neglect is considered abuse, Purgos, and honestly, I don't give two flying fucks what you think. You're not relevant to me. However, I'm going to be looking at Adrastia for a bit. I mean, to me, I think when it comes to people like Adrastia, there's more to the story than meets the eye. And I like to say that... Oh, damn. Yeah. At this point, I think, Vaughn. Uh-oh. Hey, Stitchy's awesome. Yeah. Anyway. Let's get into this shit. So we're going to start off with Adrastia.
Alright, so I guess this is going to have to be my last video on YouTube. My YouTube career is over, you know. These men have effectively destroyed my entire life. I have to go offline now.
Oh, God.
Into the real world to do things that I am ashamed of for small amounts of money to survive. Because it's the only way that I can survive. I'm not capable of working. I'm not somebody that's ever going to be loved or wanted. I spent the last 5 years struggling and fighting to keep myself.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
From being that person.
Can you hear her now, Blue? Can you hear her now?
And now it's all gone. Now I have no other choice because these people have taken away everything. And they say, oh, well, we made corrections. We made videos telling people you weren't a murderer. That doesn't change anything, though, does it? That doesn't stop these people from messaging me, from commenting, from calling me a murderer. It doesn't stop Kitty B from messaging people on my Facebook, which they've been doing. Literally every time I make a new friend on Facebook, Kitty B sends them a message and tells them that I'm a murderer and that I don't deserve help or love or support. And if they ask for more information, they're ignored. There's no further information, just that they want me to die. And they won't allow me to live. They won't allow me to survive. They won't allow me to have help or love or friends because they believe that I don't deserve it. They told their supporters that I was a murderer because they wanted money, because they needed a good story for donations.
Nothingness, if you're gonna belittle this woman, then at least try to respect other people's opinions. Honestly, I cannot, for the life of me, tolerate rudeness in my chat. I mean, I've seen you do this on Tav's chat, but this is my world. And I know Tav put you in timeout for a reason. Blue, check to see if nothingness is,
Now they've taken everything from me. If I write another book, they'll buy one copy and then give them all away for free. They tell me the only way I'm going to survive now is if I start an OnlyFans, but that's not going to help either because I'll have one person will pay and then they'll take the videos and they'll give them to everybody else for free to laugh at me for the rest of my life.
well, you're not the only one who you're not the only one. I mean, Shani had an OnlyFans, and we all know how that went. Not so good. I mean, it ain't right.
My sex work has to be one-on-one.
Oh, God.
So that nobody can steal it and give it away.
I hope not.
And I don't want to do it.
Just try to...
I don't want to go back to that life. I don't want to, but I have no option anymore because y'all have just destroyed everything. Nobody's ever going to believe me now that I need help. That I'm not a lying, scamming...
Her name is Adrazia. She's basically, for those who are new here, this woman is Adrazia. She's mentally unstable. She is completely neurotic and extremely overdramatic. The reason why people call her a murderer is because of a murder case that happened in 2009 when her ex-boyfriend, a convicted child molester, murdered his wheel-bound fiance with cerebral palsy, and she helped cover it up. That's why she's all scared, saying these people are ruining her life by calling her a murderer. Frankly, I don't think that should be. That's not cool. Like I said, even Adonis Paul has said that she didn't murder Roberta Laws. Adonis Paul is this internet personality who has an avatar, a cartoon avatar.
Person, I'm genuinely suffering and trying to survive. Y'all want to make me out as just a drug addict because I smoke weed, because I want to feel better. It's not because I want to get high. It's
I know some people.
I want to feel better. I wake up every day and my sole thought is not feeling like I feel. Not feeling like I'm worthless garbage, not feeling like I deserve to die, not feeling like the whole world hates me, not feeling like my entire existence is nothing but a wet hole for men to pump. Which is what I was raised to believe. I was raised to believe that I was nothing but a sex toy for men. They started messing with me when I was just a baby.
Yes.
My father was having sex with me by the time I was a teenager, and it's all I've ever been.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know if her father actually abused her physically. All I know is that her stories should be taken with a grain of salt, because according to some family members, she has a habit of lying constantly. Yeah, some do help her. It's just she's paranoid and she's living in her own fantasy world. She's too upset to realize that. It's basically extreme clinical depression. Also, like the stream and subscribe for more if you want to see more of this. If you want to see more videos like this.
The proof of that is with the men telling me to just start an OnlyFans, because that's the only life I'm gonna have. They tell me I'm ugly, they tell me nobody would ever want me, but then they tell me that if I start an OnlyFans, I'll be fine. They want me to just get a job. If I could get it.
Well, I mean, everybody keeps telling her to get a job, but this woman is too lazy to want to work.
The job I would not have been homeless for 5 years. I'm not capable of working.
Also, another side note, this woman chose to be homeless. She chose to be homeless.
And I guess now I never will be, because I can't heal. And I can't get to a place where I can be a normal person. I have no chance now that my entire support system has been turned against me.
She did that herself, by the way.
Just because these men wanted money. It has nothing to do with murder. It has nothing to do with wanting justice. They don't want justice for Roberta. If they wanted justice for her, they wouldn't be calling her a potato and saying, oh yeah, we're going to contact her brother and show him all of these videos where we're calling his disabled deceased sister a potato, and then tell him that we really care about her story. No, you don't, because you're calling her a potato. You have absolutely no respect for her. You do not care about her story or her justice. You care about hurting me.
Okay, I don't know who's been calling Roberta Laws a potato, but from the picture I've seen, she does look like a potato.
That's it. And you did. And you did. You successfully hurt me. You successfully took away everybody in my life and put me back on the streets, having to walk the streets for survival again. And what did I do to you? What did I do to you? So I reported a comment that was telling me to kill myself, and they took the channel down. Oh. I blocked you because I wanted you to stop harassing me. Obviously blocking doesn't work, since I've blocked all of them and they've all made new accounts to come back and ask me, why'd you block me?
Blue, I think I know why Adrazia hasn't responded to you. She's paranoid that she must have thought that you were one of her detractors, one of her trolls trying to elicit a response. That's probably why she didn't respond to you. She's, like I said, she's paranoid. She's extremely paranoid. She can't distinguish between what is genuine concern and trolling. And this whole I'm quitting YouTube thing isn't gonna stick. I've seen this argument before. She's doing that. I don't believe a single word she says when she said, I'm quitting YouTube because you took away my support system. No. I've heard this argument before. She will not quit YouTube. She ain't gonna quit YouTube. Just watch.
All I was doing was telling you to kill yourself because you're a disgusting fat piece of shit that nobody would ever love. Why would you block me? Now I have to make 100 new accounts to tell you that you're garbage every day. God, I can't live like this. I legitimately just want to die. And I can't die. I have to survive, I have to live, I have to go on day by day, which means I have to find some way to get money. Not because I'm a greedy, selfish, spoiled bitch, but because I live in America, where literally everything costs a shit ton of money.
You're not lying there.
It doesn't mean that I'm spoiled for needing money to survive. It doesn't mean that I'm taking advantage of people.
Well,
It's literal life. All of you need money. Every single person that's watching me right now uses money and needs it every day, but will still tell me that I don't.
I need money.
Just because they hate me and they want to see me die. And I had so many plans. I had so much hope for this year.
So
I
am I.
just got my Section 8. And now what good is it? I might as well just go back to living on the street if I'm gonna have to walk them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, yeah, she is. I know she doesn't look fat. That's probably because she's not eating. She is trying. Yeah, I agree, Adonis. I agree. And speaking of money, if you wish to donate, now, let's move on to one crazy nut to another crazy nut. If you wish to donate, here is a link to my PayPal. The proceeds, hopefully, will go to my spending habits, as well as giving back to, and most of the proceeds will go to super chats, so that I could get people to notice me, and my birthday wish list. And also, I could use a little extra money. Anyway, now, moving on from one crazy nut job to another, here's Von Helton. Here's that Von Helton versus Annabelle P. And this is the one, and yes, this is the one I was in. And yes, this was the one I came in at the last minute.
But the point is,
I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing, by the way. I'm just going to take a look at some of the points that... I'm just going to take a look at some of the points. I'm not going to play my part because I'm not going to be reliving my mistakes. Just kidding. I'm still... I'd probably be here all day.
is that he come in here like, oh, I never offered no money. Yeah, he did. He offered $10,000 per child. If Andrea would grab up the kids, go to an apartment, meet him there, and then he would pay her the money and take off with the kids. And not only that, but we have video of him in a restaurant where he was also going after other people's kids as well, not just mine.
That's a really hefty thing.
That's really creepy.
Somebody.
Yeah, that's
yeah. No,
creepy.
I'm not. I would love to see the evidence of that, Vaughn, because as a victim of things like that, I would putting that on a man when I'm not saying you're lying, but mind you, I'm not saying that. The only reason why I'm asking for evidence is because I feel like those kind of accusations could ruin a man's life, as you know, because you said that was accused of you.
Yes, but I have the video. That's the difference. I have video.
Okay.
That's actually a question.
Can I just say something a minute? Because obviously Stitch is not aware of a lot of what Von is saying.
It wouldn't freaking surprise me if Von Helton said that. But keep in mind that this is a guy who thinks he's the Punisher. He thinks that he's a descendant of Vlad the Impaler. He thinks that he knew Godzilla. He thinks that he's 125% Cherokee. He also thinks that his autistic son Jerry is part of a sting operation to get his kids removed. We all know that.
It's not true.
Oh, it's not true. You're over in the fucking UK. What the fuck would you know? You're not here.
Vaughn, come on.
You're not here, Anna.
Okay.
You're not here.
You're
not fucking here. How the fuck are you going to know? You're 1,000 goddamn miles away. How the fuck
if
are
you don't want to trigger Indigo yelling,
We have the internet, Vaughn. People can see information across countries, so I mean,
internet doesn't
of course
mean
she's
you
going
know
to
what's
find out
going on in
stuff.
my head or in anybody
No
else's
one's claiming
head, for
about
that
what's
matter.
going on in your head.
We do actually know what's going on in your head.
No, you don't,
You spend
Anna. No, you
hours
don't.
every day telling us
No, you
what's
don't,
going on in
Anna.
your head.
No, you don't, Hannah.
Yeah, well, anyway, the reason I wanted to join was because I was just getting a bit tired of the nonsense that you keep.
You joined because you wanted to dogpile onto Von Helton and you got the opportunity to do so.
Stop playing
Congratulations, bitch. Congratulations.
Stop playing
Whoa,
victim,
hold up
Vaughn.
now. Listen,
No,
that's-
hold up
okay,
now.
but
Me and
honestly,
Anna go way
fine.
back, Stitchy. We
It's
go way
fine.
the fuck
No,
back.
no, I know.
This bitch
I'm
has
just
been on my ass for
Honestly,
over 10
Stitch, I
goddamn
can
years.
put my hands
We
on
go
him
way
easily.
back, okay?
It's not a
We go way
problem.
back.
okay. I believe it. I believe it.
Hey,
But
HB.
listen. I heard your side. I'm not saying that you're wrong either, because I'm not dissuading any proof that you have. I haven't seen it, but I don't know the other person's side.
Her side is that Vaughn is evil.
All right.
Vaughn did this.
So I'm
Vaughn
allowed-
did that. It's all Vaughn's fault. That's her side. There
So
you
you're
go.
her
Problem solved.
spokesperson now?
Yeah, so I've known
Yeah,
Yvonne
she's
for
some
about- I've
fuckwad
known-
over in the
I've
UK
known-
that doesn't even
can you
know
just be
me,
quiet?
but she's going
A
to
minute,
get on the
just be
internet
quiet.
talking shit
Please
about me.
Stop making a noise. Thank you. I've known Yvonne for about 8 years, and he hasn't changed. And he hasn't changed a bit.
You're
I mean,
damn
this is
right.
what-
I'm not going to change, not because of you.
No, and this is why you've lost your kids, because you refuse
No, I've
to
lost
change.
my kids because of fucks like you calling CPS.
No, I haven't called CPS.
I don't
be
give a
ridiculous.
fuck. You support people that do, so fuck you,
And
bitch.
And
Fuck you,
nobody's
bitch.
called,
Fuck
nobody
you,
here
bitch.
is called.
You need your kids taken away for 2 goddamn years. See how you
Because
fucking
you're
like
a
it,
lousy
bitch. You
father.
need your children taken. Or and
Because
if you don't
you're a
have kids, then you need your nieces and
father.
nephews taken. I need
Because
you to get
you're a
your kids
terrible
taken. So you know
father.
what it's like to be without your kids for 2 years. You
Because
fucking whore. You need to lose your children, like I've lost mine. Then you might fucking grow a brain and realize what the fuck you've done to my family, because you have no clue what the fuck you guys have done to my family.
Yeah, Von Helton believes that all of us, the people in the reaction community, people like Burnt Toast, the Geek Room, Dragnot, everybody who's covered Von Helton, he thinks that they're conspiring against him. He thinks that they were the ones who stole his kids.
You have no clue. You have traumatized my youngest daughter to the point to where she's scared to death, thinking the goddamn cops are going to kill her daddy. You're a fucking piece of shit, bitch. And you need your ass beat by. I swear to God, I wish I could find a woman in the UK that would beat your fucking ass. But unfortunately, I
You're gonna
can't find
calm
one.
down.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, I kind of lost it at that part when he said that, because, oh my God, he's actually threatening physical violence on someone who just showed up, who just talked to him and pointed out his bullshit. I mean, I never thought I'd see anyone that disgusting. But then again, this is Von Helton. And here's another thing I want to ask. Between Shanny for Christ and Von Helton, who's the worst parent? You don't have to answer immediately, but who is the worst parent? I mean, Von still got Shanny beat by 12. I mean, we all know he had his kids removed 12 times, and Shanny's only had hers removed 3 times.
Luckily for you.
Are you going to shut up now?
No, I'm not going to shut up, bitch. You're not supposed to be here any fucking way. You live in the goddamn UK. You don't know what the fuck's going on in my fucking life, but you sure are quick to get on that fucking phone and talk to people about me, ain't you? You're quick to get on the internet and talk shit about me, but you don't fucking know me. You've never known me. You have never known who I am, and you don't know who I am. All you know is what you see on the internet, and that's it. And 90% of that shit is hatred about me any fucking way.
I don't hate you, Von. I pity you.
I
You're a
don't hate you,
sad little man.
He
No,
can
I'm
only
not a
put the
sad
hit on
little
people in
man.
Oklahoma like me.
Anyway,
No, I'm not a
calling
sad
you-
little man.
after your rage fest,
Yeah, because this was where yeah, this was when Von was going at Todd, when he was talking shit, when he was saying death threats, saying that he's gonna go to Oklahoma and beat Todd, and Todd was being cool about it. I'm only gonna play this part up to here because I don't like seeing my shit.
I'm just pointing out the reason you've lost your kids is because you're a terrible father.
No, I'm
Simple.
not a terrible father.
Yes,
actually.
you are.
No, I'm
You're
not.
a terrible father.
I'm not. When you get 100 people, I'll tell you what, sweetheart, I'll get 100 people to call CPS on you and see if they don't take your kids. It won't
haven't
matter how
got
clean
any
your house
children.
is. It won't matter what you do or what you say or what your living conditions are. They'll take your fucking kids anyway, just on DP. Why? Because you get enough people. If you get enough people to call CPS, they will take your fucking kids. They won't give a damn what the conditions are. They'll take the damn kids. I know because I'm living it right now because of bitches like you and Tiffany Moser and fucking
Calm down.
oh fuck, I forgot her name.
Yeah, you forgot. Right.
Bartos?
Anyway,
Katie
so
Childers,
Yes.
Tiffany Moser, and
Can
bitches
I
like
speak,
you
please?
are fucking calling CPS, calling people to dog me and to dog my family for years. For fucking years, bitch. And you need your ass beat. Somebody in the UK, preferably a female, because I don't believe in hitting a woman, but a bitch needs to change and beat your fucking ass. That's what needs to happen.
Doesn't mind getting a woman to hit a woman.
That's what needs to happen.
He wants my ass beat, but not him. He doesn't want to do it. Right. Are you going to let me speak?
And here's where Indigo left because she couldn't take too much. Also, actually, this is where Indigo was in the cop car, right? This was the part where Indigo was in that cop car.
Speak. Oh, right. Okay.
Didn't work out for me very well. Good luck to you.
So what I wanted to say was the reason you're a terrible father is because you don't actually take care of your kids.
And how the fuck are you going to know that thousands of miles away, bitch?
Hold up. Who's
You got a
this
crystal
Sup
ball
No
in your
person?
pocket?
Wait. Who's this Sup No person talking about I need a leash? What? What you talking about?
What?
Who are you? I don't know. Some person named Sup No. We have evidence right here.
Stefano.
You're like Stitchy where you need a leash.
Oh,
I don't know.
Stefano. That's probably Jay Stevio. Probably Jay Stevio.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
trolling
he's
or
over in the
something?
Netherlands.
Stitchy, you are welcome to come on my channel anytime. But that's when I do my when I can get my StreamYard back on game. I'm gonna open my StreamYard just so that I could have an open hangout so I can have it on Streamlabs.
He's another one. He's another one of these assholes. He fucking got some woman in the United States to buy a computer off of me, and then claimed that the computer was full of dirty parts and shit.
Yeah, she was. I think she was. I forgot what happened to Indigo, but G-Man was staying with Indigo, and he was. And we all know about how G-Man acts. We all know how G-Man acts around people. So,
thank God I recorded all of it. Thank God I recorded all of it.
You're
And-
Sup No,
prove
I
that-
ain't about this
prove that
story.
he was
I'm not
lying out
in
his
this
ass.
story.
But see,
I'm
this is how they
simply
do.
doing it,
This is how
so-
they fucking do. They lie.
Well,
they fucking
anyway,
lie
where was
continually.
I? I just wanted to point out
apologize,
the reason why your kids have been taken away is because you're not a very good father.
I
set
am a very loving
you set
and
a
caring
terrible
father.
example to your children. Look at
I
you,
am
don't
a good
work.
example to my children.
You
I tell them
sit on
about
your
bitches like
backside
you.
all day,
I am a good
doing
example to
nothing
my
all
children. I
day.
tell them about commie
You-
bitches like you, who,
Yeah,
who
fine.
fucking gossip
That's
all the
fine.
time about
That's
other people
fine.
and destroy people's lives. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
I am a good father because I'm going to make sure they know about you.
Well,
And
you
I
don't
hope
have
to God,
So-
that when my kids turn 18, they sue the fuck out of you,
Well,
motherfuckers.
they probably run as
That would
far
be
away
nice.
from you as possible.
Of course, you're way over in the UK, so there's nothing going to be done about you.
Anyway, as I was
And like
pointing
I
out,
said, I need to find a woman in the UK that'll find where you live and beat the fuck out of
oh,
you.
I'm quite happy to
That's
do
what
okay, that was basically crazy. I mean, don't cross Vaughn when he gets the cowards. He is a coward. Honestly, don't feel sorry for that idiot.
what you
No,
need.
dude, you
That's
will
what you
lose
fucking need.
everything.
Always physical.
You don't stop. You will lose your entire YouTube channel and everything.
It's too late
You cannot say that.
Why, Stitchy?
Cause
They
they'll
say it to me.
fight. They'll
Why,
fight
Stitchy?
you.
They say it to me. You don't
No.
think I get death threats every
Oh,
day?
yeah.
I
Haven't
get
seen
death
anybody
threats
threaten to
every
beat
day.
you up.
Death threats. I
I
don't
get
believe
death
in
threats
this
every
family
day,
death
Stitchy.
threats like that.
I get
Nobody's
death threats
threatening to
every
beat
day,
you up.
Stitchy. I get death threats every day, Stitchy. I
He's
get death
threatening-
threats every day, Stitchy.
Do you want to
I get
repeat
death.
Okay. This part is where I see a pattern. You know how people with mental illnesses, they have a habit of repeating the same things. Sorry.
Threats every day, Stitchy. Every fucking day. See, the bitch won't shut up.
Hold on.
Shut up.
Indigo's trying to speak here.
Who's sending you death threats?
Everybody.
This is the thing that I was trying to get
Everybody's
to.
been sending me death threats.
Like, if you don't know exactly who the people are, you probably shouldn't blame everybody for it. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Indigo. They're all one big group. They've got a fucking channel over on MeWe, for fuck's sakes, called Trolls, Haters, and Naysayers. Indigo, you are way behind on this shit, okay? And it's not your fault, okay? But you're way behind on this shit. They are organized. They have contacted Clay County here in where I live. They're fucking tight with Clay County. They've called CPS. They've called the police. They've called the FBI, CIA, and even the fucking NSA, for fuck's sake, to come out to my house and badger the fuck out of me and make false accusations about me. This bitch right here is going to lie and say she never did anything. I guarantee she fucking did, or she wouldn't be part of their little gaggle. Okay? But they're a little gaggle. They were on Google Plus, but Google Plus went tits up.
Wait, what?
So they all moved to MeWe, but they got a big page over on MeWe.
I don't even know what MeWe is.
Where they fucking talk shit about me 24/7, and they talk about shit about other people too. G-Man, they talk shit about Brett Keane. They talk shit about
Shanny.
They talk shit about all kinds of people. But the point is,
yeah, they talk shit about Shanny for Christ. They talk shit about Revelation News and other people. Yeah, we get we get it. We get it, Vaughn. We're all a bunch of pieces of shit. But there's a similarity between all these people. They can't take responsibility for their actions.
The point is that they're a big fucking gaggle. They're a gang. They're a literal gang. They're a literal gang on the internet, and they stalk me and they stalk other people as well. And Todd knows what I'm talking about. He's sitting there smirking, but he knows I'm telling the truth.
I have no idea
well, Todd, you're a lying son of a bitch. But
no, I'm not. I have no idea what you're
anyway, the point is they are a gang. They do stalk the fuck out of me and other people. And Annie Hans, not Annie Hans White, but Annabelle here, she knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. She is not stupid. She saw an opportunity to come on here and dog me because she knew you wouldn't kick her out of the fucking room when she did. So that's
well, I'm not concerned about anybody stalking me or dogging me because honestly, if somebody rolls up here, they're literally going to meet a giant at my door.
It's not going to happen,
6 other men behind them.
I
don't know, but that's what I'm.
Too much Mountain Dew might not be good for you, Von Helton. I mean, I hear it can cause some trouble for your heart. Too much. You've been downing those Mountain Dews like no tomorrow. That's probably why you're acting like this. I should have said that. I'm not going to play my part because I say some stupid shit and he won't let me talk because we all know goddamn well Von Helton doesn't let anyone talk. He has to make it all about himself because, truth and be told, he's the victim in all this shit. Sorry.
I don't think anything is going to happen. I'm just saying, like, I'm not concerned because I'm not the one. You know what I mean? I'm not in the situation you were, Vaughn. No, but what I'm saying is I wasn't around for that time. I am trying to listen to everybody.
I know,
and I would be upset too if somebody turned my wife crazy and took away
that didn't happen.
I know.
No,
I'm just saying.
You lying whore. Yes, it did.
No. Wait. Let me talk to her.
You turned your wife crazy.
Can I talk to her?
You're a hooah. A hooah.
I've lived it.
A hooah.
Indigo is
trying to say something. Go ahead, Indigo.
Here's my thing. Like it's one thing to talk about people.
She's a
online, like,
whore.
that shit happens. You
A
can't stop people from
whore.
talking about other people's freedom of speech.
Sorry about that.
It's another thing when you mess with a person's real life. And
That's
whoever's
not,
doing
it didn't
I'm
happen.
just saying,
please.
whoever is doing that needs to fucking stop. Like, that's
But
not
it
cool.
hasn't happened.
Not
But
going to stop. Not going to stop.
But
this lying
it's
bitch
all
ain't
in
gonna
his
stop.
mind.
None of these
I'm
fuckers
trying
are
to
gonna
in his
stop.
I'm trying to tell you that unless you know exactly who it is, you probably shouldn't blame
Exactly.
everybody for it.
Oh
Because
my
there's a
God,
lot of
Indigo.
people-
They got a fucking page on MeWe. You can go look. You can go see it. It's not,
Oh,
it's
no,
not
I don't know what
MeWe
MeWe
is.
is.
So
She
do you
didn't know
have
what
the
MeWe
recording?
was. I don't either.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have
Yeah.
no
I'm
idea.
not
what
on
he's
any
talking
pages
about.
on MeWe. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't even know what MeWe is.
I'll look it up. I believe you.
Because here's the
never heard
thing,
of it.
like if like I'll say for example, I wouldn't want anybody blaming me for something that I didn't do.
Oh,
Indigo
because other people
Butterfly.
that
They
I'm
know.
Yeah, Von Helton basically it takes over Indigo's stream. By the way, this is on Indigo's channel. What? Before it got terminated. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to see if I can find the interview between G-Man and Negs. I think it's on Negs' channel. Nope.
They know what happened to Andrea. They want to blame me.
Never
You
met
let
her.
her
They just
finish.
want
This
to
is her
blame
stream,
me
not
for
your stream,
everything.
dude.
Because it's
Let
your
They
her
just
fault.
want to
speak.
blame me for
Let
everything.
Indigo
They just want to
speak.
blame me.
Let
They
Indigo
don't give a fuck
speak.
about the
Let
facts. They don't give
Indigo
a fuck
speak.
about the truth.
Let
I was the
Indigo
one that
speak.
took her to the
Let
hospital.
Indigo
I know
speak.
what the
Let
fuck I'm talking
Indigo
about.
speak. Let Indigo
Indigo
speak.
did speak,
Let
and I'm replying
Indigo
to Indigo.
speak. Let
I'm replying
Indigo
to Indigo.
speak. Let Indigo
She-
speak.
I didn't really do anything to Vaughn. I just said he reminds me of a lolcow that I keep bringing up in my channel because, well, and I got some flack for it. But regardless,
Dad, you fuck!
Let Indigo speak.
did, you
Let
motherfucker.
Indigo speak. Let Indigo speak.
Would you kick
Let
him out of the
Indigo
goddamn
speak.
room?
Let Indigo speak. Oh, you're the one who's been interrupting everyone, so you should probably be
No,
kicked out. It's
fucker, I was
Indigo's stream,
responding to
so
Indigo.
she decides
If you
what to
shut
do.
your
Let her
goddamn
speak.
mouth.
Let her speak. Let
Hold
her
on.
speak. It's her stream,
Indigo,
not yours.
kick him
It's her
out.
stream.
Indigo, kick him out! God damn, Von Helton. I didn't think anyone could be this idiotic. And by the way, Indigo has a mind of her own. So, again, I'm not supporting Indigo. I don't give two fucks about him. I think she's a grifter, much like Vaughn, much like G-Man. But the only difference is she got caught.
Not
I
yours.
can't
It's her
talk.
stream, not yours.
The difference between
I'm
Can't even
trying.
You've been
respond to
talking
you.
over
You
everyone. It's
won't
her stream,
fucking
not
shut up.
yours. It's her stream, not yours. It's her stream,
I don't
not
give
yours.
a fuck.
It's
Yeah,
her stream,
the
not
reason
yours.
which is
Also,
why
don't
all
care
you
that it's her
fucking
stream and
trolls are
not
in here
yours.
is
It's her
because
stream, not
it's her
yours.
stream and not mine.
It's her stream,
I
not
wouldn't
yours.
tolerate
It's
your
her
shit
stream,
for
not
2
yours.
seconds.
It's her stream, not yours. Let her speak. Let her speak.
Indigo,
Let
kick him
her
out so that I
speak.
can reply to you. I can't reply to you while he's
Let
talking. I can't.
her speak.
Hold on, Vaughn. Let me say something. Like as I was saying, I wouldn't like it if somebody blamed me because of what the group of people that I'm with, or somebody in my group or whatever did something or did some fuck shit. Like you, unless you have the actual person, like them calling you. I mean, calling CPS and stuff like that or whatever. It could be anybody. You don't know who it could be. The people where they're talking shit or whatever, that happens to everybody. Even happens to me. Like
Indigo, they're bragging about it.
About
Vaughn,
the
don't
They're
interrupt
bragging
her.
about it. They're
Don't
not
interrupt
hiding
her.
this
It's
shit.
only
They're
a
bragging
problem
about it.
Don't interrupt her.
I just, this is Von Helton, by the way. This is what he does on a daily basis. He likes to interrupt people and make everything about himself. He's done this on so many streams he's part of. He's done this on G-Man's stream. He's done this on Shanny's stream. He's done this on any stream he goes on and makes the whole argument about himself because, well, that's what he does. Sorry.
Shut up, Alan! You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I can speak all I want.
You
Let
don't
her
know what the
speak.
fuck you're
Let her
talking
speak.
about.
No, dude,
You
I
have
kind of
no
know what I'm
idea
talking
what
about
you're
because
talking
your
about.
shit's all over the internet. That's your fault.
No,
Let her
your
speak.
fucking
Let her
ass
speak.
would be all over the
Yeah,
pavement.
whatever. I
Like
heard it all.
you,
Dude, I was in
fucking
the
ass
army.
out on
I've heard
the
all this shit before.
Your
Let Indigo
fucking ass
speak.
gonna be on the
Let
pavement,
Indigo
bitch.
speak. Let Indigo
No, why don't you
speak.
fuck
No,
off,
let
bastard?
Indigo
Why
speak.
don't you
Dude,
fuck
you're an
off,
old ass man. You're saying
Why
fuck
don't you
you,
fuck
saying
off,
calling me a
bastard?
faggot.
You
Grow
won't
the
let me
fuck
talk.
up,
You won't let
dude.
me even
Let Indigo
respond to her.
talk. It's
You
her
won't let me
stream. Let
respond
her
to her, you
speak.
fuck.
Let her
And you
speak.
know
Let her
you won't
finish.
get you.
Let her
That's why
finish.
you're doing
Let
this
her
shit.
finish.
That's why
Let her
Todd's in
finish.
here. That's why
Let her
Anna's
finish.
in here.
Yoo-hoo.
That's why,
Let her
because you
finish.
know she won't kick
Let
you
her
out.
finish.
That's
Let
why
her
you're in
finish.
here to
Let her
talk
finish.
shit about me.
Let her finish.
No,
Let her
I'm not
finish.
gonna let you
Let her
finish.
finish.
Because you won't
Let
stop
her
talking.
finish. Let her
No,
finish.
you won't stop
Let her
talking, bitch.
finish.
As long as
Let
you're
her
talking,
finish.
I'm gonna talk.
Let her
As
finish.
long as you're
Let
talking,
her
I'm gonna
finish.
talk.
Let
That's
her
the way
finish.
it's gonna be,
Let her
sweetheart.
finish.
That's
Let
gonna
her
be,
finish.
sweetheart,
Let her
until one of us
finish.
gets
Let
kicked
her
out.
finish.
Because I'm not
Come
gonna
on,
stop
let her
talking
finish.
as long
It's
as you're
easy.
talking.
You can let
No,
her
I'm
finish. You
not.
can do it.
Sorry,
You're a
I'm not
big
gonna
boy.
stop
You can let her
talking.
finish.
Fuck you,
Go
you
do it.
bastard.
Let her
Gentlemen,
finish.
I don't even know
Let her
what
gentlemen,
you
finish.
are.
Let
gentlemen,
her
Fuck
finish.
you,
gentlemen.
piece of
Let
Can
her
shit.
we allow
finish.
a
Fuck
lady
you,
to
piece
Let her
of
speak?
shit.
finish.
Fuck you,
Let her
Vaughn,
piece of
finish.
shit.
Let her
Fuck
finish.
you,
Is it
piece
really
of
that
shit.
hard for you to
Stop
let a
talking,
woman
Alan.
speak?
You don't
Why
know
is it
what
so
the fuck
hard for
you're
you?
talking
No,
about.
she was speaking.
Because why is it so hard for him? Because he's a fucking narcissist. It's always got to be about him. And only him alone. And I always like to say that Vaughn was trying to turn Indigo into Mouse 2.0. Honestly, I don't give two flying fucks what Von Helton thinks. He's a piece of shit, and no one feels sorry for him. Like I said, I'm not going to play the entire video because I'd probably be here all day if I did. I'm just going to play this part because I don't like hearing myself. Did I just use a southern accent? Like a hick accent? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now that is performance art, folks. So changing my accent in stream is might be performance art.
First, and you interrupted her. She was speaking first, and you interrupted her. She was speaking first, you interrupted her. She was speaking first, you interrupted her.
I'm not going to interrupt her. I was trying to respond to her.
She was speaking first, you interrupted her.
But you won't let me respond to her. You keep talking over me. So I can't respond to her.
You interrupted her. She was speaking first, 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 you interrupted her. No, not until you be quiet so you can let Indigo speak. Let her speak. She was still talking, and you interrupted her. You should have let her finish, and then you could speak. You're supposed to let people finish before you interrupt them. You interrupted her. You interrupted her, dude. You interrupted her.
You're not my father. Stop. I'm not going to answer you. You're not my daddy. Oh my God, Vaughn. This is why nobody likes you. You basically make everything about yourself. I'm reading his book. Oh my God. Nope. I haven't. Hard truths. I haven't been on your panels yet.
I don't want to be your dad, dude. Gross. The fuck? You got like an authority complex or some shit?
Indigo. They're in your room. Indigo, they're in your room because they know you won't kick them out, honey. That's why they're in here. They're in here to talk shit about me. That's why they're in here.
Everybody to have civil dialogue.
Indigo, you can't have civil dialogue with these people.
The only one losing their
20
shit
fucking
is you.
years. 20 fucking years, and there's never been civil dialogue.
20 years, there's never been civil dialogue. And So the gist of it is that Von Helton flagged Indigo's channel because because they wouldn't let him have they wouldn't let him speak.
Or go see a therapist about it, or go build a case to the authorities.
Indigo, so that I can respond to you. I can't respond to you as long as they're talking, and they know it. They know that I can't be hurt as long as they're talking. That's why they're doing it. That's why they're
because
they know I
Gillian's
can't be
interrupting
hurt
and you
when they
haven't
talk.
interrupted at all.
I was actually trying to help you out with what I was trying to say. You're blaming certain people for certain things just because of things that they said on their channel, but you don't have the evidence that shows that somebody actually called CPS. Like,
honey, they're bragging about calling CPS. What are you talking about?
No,
They brag about it. They brag about it. They bragged about getting. They brag. They used to make a running joke. Hey,
I've been talking to you for about a year now, and I've been asking to see a bit. I've been looking. I've been searching for the videos and everything. I have yet to see the videos.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'll give you tons.
I'll give you
tons of it.
I understand your point. I mean, we've been talking for a while. I understand your frustration and everything, but I haven't seen these videos that you're talking about.
All right, fine.
Doesn't have
You want to see a video? You want to see a video? I'll fucking put up one of Secular Opinions, fucking live hangout, and then you get to hear it out of his own fucking mouth and their own fucking mouth.
What do you mean his?
And Eddie Ham White has been in Secular
doesn't have
Opinions
any
hangouts, by the way.
He certainly doesn't have any evidence whatsoever that I have ever.
I have tons of evidence.
Okay, so
you're a liar.
With Secular Opinion, like, is he making fun of the situation, or is he saying I made a phone call?
He's a shit stirrer like Todd.
So
Only he's been doing it longer than Todd has.
He doesn't have any evidence.
I've just seen Todd around, and I mean, in different groups and different chats, and I've never seen him stir shit. That's why I'm not saying you're wrong.
Well, I've been on several panels. I have been on several panels. I've asked to join, and yeah, most people. And yes, it's not usually that fun to do. It's not usually that fun, even though. Because a lot of people. Everybody's got something to say, and. Usually, I'm not usually good at this type of shit. I could say a few things, but. Most of my panels are usually. Okay. Yes, I kind of let people talk over me. Because I'm trying to be respectful. And not interrupt people. I'm trying to be like that person.
Well, then you're in for a big shock because
I mean,
you're in for a shock.
I'm learning the truth at all times. That's
exactly what they thought.
Anyway,
I'm all about the truth. I don't like lies.
Could I just have a conversation with Indigo a minute? Indigo, with regards to the evidence that you're looking for, you won't find it because it doesn't exist. Von just blames everybody else for his own bad behavior,
No, I do not, you lying
his
whore.
own incompetence,
No, I do not, you lying
his own
whore.
inability to look
No, I
after
do
his
not, you lying
children,
whore.
his own inability
No, I
to
do
look
not,
after his
you lying
mother.
whore.
He
No, I
can't
do not, you
do
lying whore.
anything. He's a
Vaughn,
useless
do not,
human
you
People
lying
being.
aren't going to
whore.
want to
The
believe
only
you.
thing that he's
No, I do not, you lying
The
whore.
only thing he's good for
No,
is
I do
coming on
not,
the
you lying
internet
whore.
and playing victim. That's
No, I
all he
do
ever
not, you
does.
lying whore.
You're a victim.
You have done
You're a
nothing
big,
but lie
fat,
the whole time you've been in this fucking room,
victim.
bitch. You have not told one fucking shred of truth the whole
I
time you've
have.
been in this room.
You're
No, you have
lazy.
not. You're
That's
full of
true.
shit.
You've never
You're
worked
full of
a day.
shit.
Are you just saying that just to make me feel better? Hard truths? Are you just saying that? Were you just saying that just to make me feel better? Or do you mean that?
You're a goddamn troll. You've always
never
been a
worked
troll,
a day in
Anna,
your life.
and you always will be. And
You
that's
just expect
unfortunate, but
everybody
it's true.
else to provide for you. And you know the funniest thing about you is that
No,
you
the
go on
funniest
and on
thing
about
about me is not
communists.
contacting somebody in the UK to reach out to some of you motherfuckers and deal
You
with
whine
it.
about
That's
communists,
my
but you'll
drawback.
take every penny
my
that's given
problem.
to you by Biden, won't you?
No,
You love-
no.
you
What I
love
need,
taking
what I
money
need,
for
Annie,
nothing.
is for some courageous woman to find out where you live and beat your fucking ass.
Courageous
That's what
woman?
needs to happen. That's what needs to
Come
happen.
and see me anytime, Von.
That's what
Come
needs
over.
to happen.
Problem is, Von, you don't even
No,
have
the
a
problem is,
passport.
Anna, is you're sticking your nose.
sorry about that. Sorry. But I gotta say something about this part. When every time he's saying somebody should get like a woman in the UK and beat you, Anna. This is one of the things Von Helton likes to do, is that he likes to threaten physical violence. It's one of his shticks. I mean, he goes for the more barbaric response when it comes to handling his troll, when it comes to dealing with his trolls. When threats of lawsuits won't work, or he'll go for the more barbaric response, which is physical violence.
Goes where it don't belong. That's the
Oh
problem.
no, I'm quite happy to stick my nose in.
Yeah, I know you are. I know you are, because you're a
You're a
fucking
terrible
troll.
father,
You're a fucking
and I'm
hater.
so pleased those
You're
women
an
haven't got to
internet
tolerate your
terrorist.
nonsense anymore.
You're an internet terrorist, and you love it, and you love doing it. See, look at.
Oh, thank you, Hard Truth. Thank you, Hard Truth. That means a lot to me.
She laugh. Look at her laugh, folks. She loves it. She loves doing it.
I love when you say such stupid things.
She loves that shit.
You say
She
such
loves doing
stupid
it.
things.
She loves doing it. She
I
does.
do. I
She
love
really
laughing
does.
at you. I won't deny it. I absolutely think you're hilarious.
Yes.
I have never in my life met somebody so useless.
I've never met somebody in my life that was such a
absolutely
prude as you. Miss Richie Pants, I'm going on safari tomorrow. Miss Rich Pants, I'm going on safari tomorrow. Go look at her Facebook, guys. She's bragging about going on safari. And
Don't know her Facebook.
That's the problem with the rich.
You know why she talks shit? She talks shit because I'm poor and she's rich. That's why she does that.
I'm poor and she's
This
rich.
fucking rich, frizzy ass bitch needs her ass beat. She needs her ass beat. That's what needs to happen. Unfortunately, nobody's going to do it.
You see, that's
It's
the
a
sort
shame,
of one
too,
thing.
because
Anyone
people
that
need
has
to
a
do
job is rich.
Somebody needs to fucking do that.
Somebody needs to beat her ass. Somebody beat.
Rich too.
You know what? You need to suck my dick. Maybe that would calm your ass. Maybe that would shut his fucking mouth.
He is such a petulant child. I don't know what made him this way. I still believe that at some point he fell into like a... I think when he went into like the military or something, during his 9 days, during his brief time in the military, he fell into like a deep psychosis. I think he was one of the first people subjugated to MK Ultra, and that's why he's always paranoid.
Real class act.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was
Maybe that would shut
awesome.
your mouth.
Just
Wow,
brilliant.
Vaughn. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Like
You
I
can't
said,
afford me,
like I said, this bitch is responsible, indirectly or directly. I don't give a fuck. She's still responsible for the destruction of my marriage and my children,
Oh, that's
and,
right.
and now
Taking
the elder
everybody-
abuse of my
never
mother.
take
Yes, she fucking is.
responsibility for
Now,
your
she may
own
not have
behavior,
directly got
the
involved,
fact that you
but she
have never
supported
had
the
a
people
job,
that did. So
can't
fuck
even
you all.
provide for
She's
your
a
own
piece of shit.
children.
She needs her ass beat. She fucking
Can't
needs her
even
ass beat.
provide for your own
And it's a
children.
shame that there's nobody in the UK that'll do it.
You
That's a
can't
shame.
even provide for
That is
your
a
own
fucking shame.
children. You're
See,
that
they're in here,
useless.
Indigo, because they know you won't kick them out. And they're in here talking shit about me because they know
Nobody's
you
been
won't kick them
talking
out.
shit
They
about
know
you.
you're too much of a coward
You're
to
the
kick them
one
out.
spewing the
And so
filth.
they're gonna
Yeah,
sit
you're
there
the
and
one
spew
that's
their
being
bile,
vile
their
and
hatred for
aggressive.
Von Helden all day long because now they've got a platform to do it, Indigo. You've given them a
You
platform
want
to
to cry
talk shit
some
about
more,
me.
Hold
Vaughn?
on.
Have a good cry, Vaun. Go on.
They have.
Let
That's
those tears
why they're
flow.
here, Indigo. They're not here for any
All
other
right.
reason.
All
They're
right.
not here to sympathize with you or help you. They're here to talk shit about Von Helden.
Actually,
That's
we were having a
shit.
very nice
They're in
conversation
this
until
room.
you
To
showed
be
up.
quite honest,
Well,
I
they're in
really
this
have no
fucking
interest in
room,
speaking
Indigo.
to you. I'm actually
That's
interested in
exactly
speaking
why
to
they're in
Indigo.
this
I could
fucking
care
room.
less about you.
All
I'm
right,
not
AP.
interested
Well,
in
if
you
you
at
can hear
all.
less, then why are you still here,
Put
bitch?
feedback,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm here to speak to Indigo, not to you.
How do you
Well, then get your fucking ass out.
Okay,
Beat
Vaughn,
my
I
friend. Wait, are you
totally
threatening
understand
me?
that
Are you
you're
threatening me
I'll
with
aggravated.
threaten you
assault?
as much as I
Listen.
fucking want, bitch.
Are you threatening me
What
with
are you gonna do
assault?
about it? What are you
I
gonna
get
do
that
about
you-
it? You gonna get
Okay,
a lawyer?
do you want me to
Yeah,
send
good
you
luck
my
with that.
personal
I've tried
address
for
here in
20
San
years to
Diego?
get a lawyer.
Do you want my
Hey,
address? Do you want my
Get a
address?
lawyer.
Do you want my
Hey,
address?
Get a lawyer.
Do you
Oh, here's another troll.
want
Mothra.
my address?
Another one of my fucking
no.
haters.
Oh,
Good job,
dear.
Indigo.
Oh my goodness,
Good job,
you guys are
Indigo. You
okay.
got another one of my haters in
Hold
here.
on.
You
What
know
the
who I
fuck,
am,
Indigo?
bitch,
What are you
don't you?
doing? What are you
You know who
doing,
I am,
Indigo?
bitch.
Why are you-
There's Mothra J. Woo! Way to go, Mothra J. I mean, just by the very sight of Mothra J pisses off Von Helton, and it's very wonderful and it's magnificent.
Why are you allowing all my haters to come in here, Indigo? Why are you doing that? Why are you?
Just be glad. I am so glad that Burnt Toast and Jules weren't in on this. I am so glad Burnt Toast and Jules weren't there, because I know Von Helton really hates Burnt Toast right now, and I don't know if he hates Jules, but we all know damn well Von Helton really hates Burnt Toast, and that's because the reason why he hates Burnt Toast is because she questioned him about the legitimacy of his native ancestry. He's pissy because she doesn't believe that he's 65% Cherokee.
Doing that?
Because it's her stream, she can do what she wants.
What you're trying to do, Indigo, what you're trying to do is get yourself in deep shit. You just don't know it yet.
Vaughn, did she know
People are evil, Indigo. They will destroy your life, just like they did Andrea's.
How is
they
she
don't
supposed
care
to
about
know
you.
that?
They don't care about you, Indigo. They
Vaughn,
don't.
how is she supposed to know that? How is she supposed to know that? She doesn't know all of your haters. That's what she's saying.
Stitchy,
There's
a reason why the gods woke me up at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning to get my ass in here.
I believe it. I'm not saying
Alright, why do you think
Oh my god, the gods. Oh my god. I just love that. Every time he says, there's a reason why the gods, my gods, woke me up at 1 o'clock in the morning to get me in here. No, you got there. Oh my god. No responsibility. The gods decreed this shit. Yeah, so did the Lords of the Sith. His gods. To hell, I could just say this. I wish I would have said something funnier. I mean, it's clever. Yo, Von Helton, to hell with you and your gods.
Why do you think that is, Stitchy?
I don't
Why
know,
would the
but
gods wake me up out of a sound fucking sleep, which I was enjoying, by the way?
I believe it. But can I say my piece really quick?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can.
Indigo does not know who these people are.
I know that. That's why
right.
I'm
So
here
I
for.
think that
That's
right,
why
and
I'm
I
here.
think so. When she let Mothra in, she wasn't aware. I have been in a chat with Mothra before, and again, I'm not saying these people aren't out to get you or anything, but it's just I feel like if they were horrible people, they would have been horrible to me too.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, because they want you. No, what they want, Stitchy, is they want you to join them to dogpile onto me, onto G-Man, onto Brett King, onto Emo Howling Wolf, and all the other targets that they have. They want you to join them.
Well,
yeah, and onto Shanny. Don't forget. He forgot. He forgot about Shanny for Christ. He left out Shanny for Christ. God damn you, Von Helton. Then again, Von Helton doesn't like Shanny. And I'm glad and just be glad Miss Parker wasn't in that stream either. Otherwise, this would have gone a whole lot worse. Because Von Helton hates Miss Parker. He hates her so very much.
And attacking us. That's what
I got my own issues with Emo and Rick Productions. Yeah, he's a man that has admitted to looking at CP.
He's a pedophile.
And I found those videos that was one of the first people I found on here, and I decided to stay away from them. But when I was speaking with you guys, I don't know who.
I only watched Emo Howling Wolf just for the rage, because it's funny. Because we all know how much he likes to rage every time people don't take him seriously. And that's pretty much it. Okay, that's going to be done with that because I feel like I've been covering Vaughn for a little while. Now let's go on to G-Man and Negs. So this is the interview that Negs did with G-Man, which everybody's been talking about. Miss Parker covered it. Hatman covered it. Everybody was talking about this. And it was kind of crazy that... I mean, I as much as I don't like Negs, I had to give him props for holding his own against G-Man. Because, honestly, G-Man is insufferable. And, I don't know how anyone could actually feel sorry for someone like him. Oh, shit.
Here to debate the existence of God.
I'm just gonna...
Some questions? Yeah, I'm not here to own anybody. Anybody's right. So this is just going to be a factual conversation, not a spiritual one. I'm not here to debate the existence of God or debate atheism or anything like that. That's why I'm not an atheist. I'm not an atheist. So let's get that on the record. All right, let's bring G-Man up. Let's do this. Hey, howdy, hey. Hang on.
Not an atheist.
There we go.
There he
Much
is.
better. Are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Great, fantastic. I'm good.
Let me say this. I got to admit that this should be an interesting conversation. I've heard a lot of different things. Some people think they're going to own me. Some people tell me I'm going to own you. But I don't know nothing about you. And this is what I keep saying. And after today, hopefully I can form an informed opinion about you afterward.
Which I'm sure you will. Yeah, I'm not here to own anybody. I'm just here to ask you some questions and see what you think about some stuff. That's really all I feel. Everything I'm going to ask you is 100% factual and can be backed up. So I want to just establish that right off the bat. So this isn't conjecture or lies or assumptions. This is stuff that's been witnessed.
Okay, so is this going to be a conversation or is this going to be like an interview?
A little bit of both.
Okay, so if it's going to be a little bit of both and I ask to elaborate, are you going to allow me to do it or you don't allow elaborations?
We'll just play it by ear. I just want to keep a flow going and keep it.
I apologize about my horrible light too.
Don't worry about it.
Wow. His video quality is even worse than mine. And that's why I don't use the camera. I don't like to film myself because again, the video quality I have is shitty. And that's because I have a built-in camcorder, which is shitty. So, there's that.
Where I'm at, the lighting here just...
Audio is all I care about.
Okay.
So how long have you known Shanny and Rev?
Shanny and Revelation News?
Yeah.
I know Shanny the longest, since I pretty much got on here almost. Been on here for about 10 or 11 years. Known Shanny for about 8.5 to 9 of them.
Okay.
Revelation News, probably known him about 6 to 7 years.
Okay. So you knew her back when she lived with her mother.
I knew her when she was married, I believe, to her first husband, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that because she didn't talk about her personal life very much. We were too busy being involved in the great debate community. That's when I met her.
Okay, I got you.
The
so
great
her and
debate.
Rev hooked up through the internet, and that's where we're at now. That's basically what happened, right?
Well, let me ask you something. How long have you known them?
Honestly, what would you guys say? December? January? I've known them personally.
Wait a minute. You only have a couple of months of information on them?
No, I got years of information, but I only have.
I'm talking about as far as like actually. Have you ever talked to them, interacted with them, have a conversation with them before?
Hours.
In the actual room with them, talking to them?
No, I had sincere conversations with them in the form of voice messages and message exchanges.
I know that part.
You never had like an exchange like this with them before?
I've talked to them in many forms, and I've taken a lot of hours out of my life dedicated to talking to them, to getting to know them, because I was trying to understand their plight at the time, because it seemed to me like that it wasn't self-inflicted, but it proved to be otherwise.
Well, she paid them. She paid him because, well, we all know Shani.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good conversation. Though. So anyway, you can continue with your questions if you like.
So, and I have a point to make with all this stuff. So, and I really don't care about people's finances, but I assume Rev had a substantial inheritance at one point in time.
If you say so, I don't know about that.
You don't know about that? Okay. Well, he gave you a house, though, right?
For free,
kind of
yeah.
Personal.
It's a fact. I mean, I'm just stating facts here. I mean,
I'm stating facts. I'm like Alex Jones here. I'm just.
The reason why I say that's kind of personal is, like I said, this is my first time talking to you. Mm-hmm. I'm on your platform. These are your rules, not mine. So I'm a little bit more guarded these days because I see what people are doing with people's private information. So because of all of the
you do the same thing too, G-Man.
I'd rather not talk about that.
Well, I mean,
but if you do want to talk about it, I need to know in what context. That's all.
Well, I mean, if he didn't have an inheritance, why would he have a house?
The same way everybody else will have a house. You go out there and you get credit, you buy one. I don't know.
And you just accepted a house from this man? Like, just thanks for the house you bought? It just seems strange.
Okay, have you ever heard the story on how it happened in the beginning?
Whoa!
No, I've seen the fallout.
That's the fallout, but did you see?
I know about the fallout. Well, the fallout for that was because, the reason why Shani kicked him out of that house in the first place was because he stole money from her. I don't know, I forgot how much it was, but he used that money for Blog Talk Radio. He made it look as though he was using it for like a phone bill, but in actuality, he wasted that money on Blog Talk Radio. Honestly, it doesn't get any crazier than that.
See what happened in the beginning.
No, shit. You can bring me up to speed.
Okay, first of all, my ministry that I have on my main channel, what I did with the Hebrew Israelites, I was doing that, and he was supporting that particular ministry that I had, and to the best of my ability, they wanted to bless me because some of the atheists on here had got me fired. I know you're not an atheist or whatever, so you said that, but some of them got me fired from my job. Okay.
Okay, that's not.
One of them saw the video, and then decided that they wanted to give me I think some wrestling tapes in the beginning, and then it turned into a TV, and then they wanted to give me, the house. This is public information because this has been going on for quite a few years now. So, they did it the first time, and that was the reason why they did it. The second time is something completely and totally different after a lot of things happened in between.
Okay, so they just felt benevolent, just gave you stuff because
he was in a position to bless me. That's what he was in a position to do.
He blessed you with material possessions.
Pretty much.
You have a YouTube channel. You have about 12,000 subscribers. Yeah, pretty sure people donate to your YouTube channel. Maybe somebody, if you got a PO box, they probably mail you some shirts or jackets or something like that. And
yeah, absolutely.
You know how it is.
Nobody's ever given me a house. So that's a big deal.
Well, I tell you what, don't get too angry. Don't get too about it because there's a lot of annoying responsibilities that come with it, and I'm sure you wouldn't want. Not the ones I got.
Oh no,
not the ones I got.
I know all about this stuff.
You own a house?
Do I own a house? That's private. However,
That's private.
What confuses me? Okay, the reason I asked about the house was because of assets. Because if I was going to give somebody a house, yes, sir. Yes.
You told me that whether or not you owned a house was private. Why are you afraid to tell me if you own a house versus renting?
Oh, because my assets aren't up for discussion. This is not about me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, how do they blow through 700K? How do you suppose they did? This alleged 700K, as you would present.
I think.
I know. I know. They wasted 700K on worthless, frivolous shit. Clothing hauls, Jeffree Star makeup kits, video games, sex toys, fast food, electronics, bribing people, paying up the wazoo for celebrities to shout them out, paying for songs that no one can afford to pay on Smule. And a car. A Dodge fucking Durango.
I think you should ask them.
I should ask them.
Yeah, because I don't live in their house. I don't know nothing.
You don't live in their house. Did you get any money from them during that time?
I'm sorry?
Did you receive any money from Shani and Rev?
I'll put it to you this way: a whole lot of people did. Would you like to know who some of them people are?
But
you have to, because this is about me. So let me.
Yeah, exactly. I got money from them.
No.
I got money from them. Everybody.
There's a lot of people that got money from them. A whole lot more than I ever got. That's for sure. Okay. So there are people in the it wasn't the reaction community back then. It was still the great debate community. What was left of it. But a lot of people in the reaction community was receiving a lot of money from her. By the way, did you hear about the first falling out that I had with Shani?
Was it over the house?
Some certain people on this internet that I believe that you're associated with started spreading some vicious rumors about me.
Who would that be? If you're going to associate me with somebody, you need to say their name.
Oh, they're atheists. They're atheists.
They're atheists.
They're atheists. Yeah, they're atheists.
So, am I associated with all atheists now, or anybody in particular?
Unfortunately, I can't really go into detail about that. But there are atheists on YouTube that was spreading vicious rumors about me. Shani can go into great detail and specific names and show emails about those specific people. Well, because this is important, because you've only known them since December, so you don't know this stuff apparently. Because of these vicious rumors that were started about me, they triggered Shani. Shani threw me out the house. Then Shani proceeded to call me the N-word.
Okay. And how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
But just one second. Then there are several people in the reaction community that was accepting donations from her, telling her that she was right for using the word and defending her.
Okay, well, that's them. That's not you, right?
I'm just saying though, because
if we're gonna
on the G-Man channel.
Okay, well, listen. If we're going to talk about people receiving money, saying it's okay for her to say the N-word, then we need to talk about your acceptance of her saying the N-word.
Oh, I got no problem with that. I've accepted money from her before.
No, you being accepting of her saying the N-word.
Well, I'm never accepting of that from anybody.
Really?
As a matter of fact, there are a lot of angry theists. And when I say theists, I mean people that believe that God exists. I assume you're one too, since you're not an atheist. There's a lot of angry theists as well as atheists that are extremely angry at this community for throwing this word around and playing around with this word and playing around with this topic and not taking it serious at all.
Okay. So you got money from them. That was my point.
So did you?
So yeah, I did too. But this is.
By the way, how much did you get though?
$150.
Why did you get $150?
Because I risked my reputation to go to bat for them because I thought they were victims.
Oh, okay, cool. But the point is, you received donations from them.
Yes, I did. But which, by the way,
did you know what kind of people they were when you received donations from them?
No. Which, by the way,
Do you have proof
You
of
said
that?
you said Shanny. You said Shanny has details about this stuff that you were speaking about, right? About these vicious rumors. I don't know what the rumors are. I have hundreds of messages that are nothing but lies from Shanny and Rev. So how am I supposed to believe her when I've already everything they told me it was bullshit?
Well, I'll put it to you this way. First of all, I'm a Christian, so you got to know what my worldview is before I give you an answer.
Wow. So, given the circumstances given everything that Nix is telling about Shanny and Rev, G-Man refuses to ignore that. And you can see that he's looking down on his phone. You can see that he's probably looking down, G-Man's looking down on his phone. Shanny was texting him during this interview. She's coaching him. Kind of the same way, just as she was coaching Rev when he makes his videos.
My worldview is that everybody lies. If you have that opinion about them, then you got to believe that everybody out there can't be trusted. And
this is about them, not everybody else. There's 7 billion
well,
people on this planet.
unfortunately, I have to do this to everybody in order to get my answer.
Why?
Because I believe, and don't take this personal, as a Christian, I believe that you, myself, Shanny, Rev, everyone in your audience, everyone in my family, everyone in your family, everyone in the families of the people that is watching this are what we call sinners, and they need Jesus Christ because they're all liars.
Okay. Well, we're just going to slide that over to the side because we're talking about...
No, we're not going to slide that over to the side.
We are talking about reality.
If we're going to talk about them next, if we're going to talk about them next, then, I mean, let's be honest.
If it can't be presented in the court of law and it's spiritual, we need to leave it out. Okay.
Not only can it be presented in a court of law, but I have religious freedoms that can be practiced in a court of law. Well, I'm fully aware of that, sir.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad the Constitution allows you that freedom. I support that 100%.
Just because you have the freedom to express your religious rights doesn't mean you have to enforce it on everyone else. See, this is the thing I see with G-Man, is that he only lives vicariously through the Bible, the Old Testament, but he only lives through the Old Testament.
You support the freedom of religion, right?
I support freedom of everything if it doesn't harm other people, which brings me on to I need to show you a clip. Okay, and we need to watch this clip for. You got to give me about 1 minute 15 seconds. We're gonna talk. I can mute myself. You can mute yourself. Whatever. I'm not trying to be a tyrant, but I think it's important that we watch this here together, so there's no confusing where we're going from here.
Zach. How's Gavin?
Gavin, Kit Kats.
You gotta get him on you now instead of putting him on the floor. You're gonna kill the cat. Oh my god. Oh my god, Gavin.
Oh no. No. He didn't. No, no.
No, honey, Gavin's okay.
See? Sorry, I was eating chow mein. But in that stream, she was berating her son for not holding Gavin. And Rev was having a crisis because he thought that Gavin was hurt. Gavin's the cat, by the way.
Gavin okay?
Honey, you need to get back on the highway. I
Watch.
wanted to check on him. Is he, because you see him? Can we go park somewhere so we're not, like, in the middle of traffic? Can you fucking use your fucking head and get off the side of the goddamn road and go down and park somewhere smart? Shut the fuck up. If he's okay, I can get back on. No problem.
God damn.
Get the cat on your lap, you fucking idiot.
Jesus Christ. He just called Zachary an idiot. And after all this is being presented to him, G-Man refuses to believe that Shani and Rev are bad parents. Probably because he is so deep with them. He will defend them at any cost.
If he's on that floor again, you are getting your ass beat.
Sorry.
10 more seconds.
Do you hear me?
What?
Piece of shit.
All right. What would you call that?
I would call that a temper tantrum. Everybody in
who?
America has one of those.
By whom? Which one in the car had a temper tantrum?
I believe it was first Shanny, because that was the first voice I heard, and the second one was Red.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm not reacting to that. I already knew about that. They told me about that on the phone.
Okay, so that's normal behavior?
Well, we keeping this real. We acting, because if we're acting, no, that's not normal behavior. People don't do those kind of things in the planet Earth. Normal people just have things that frustrate them, and they don't talk like that. You know, if we're acting, that's what I'm gonna say. If we're keeping it 100% real, everybody on the planet has displayed road rage or anger towards their children, or anger towards a loved one or something like that. So I would like to know specifically what it is that you want me to say, because I'm not.
Well, hold up.
Keep in mind that the boy is autistic. And Rev was shouting at an autistic boy.
Hold up.
Leftist or nothing like that. So I don't know what it is that you're trying to get at.
Hold up a second. All right, hold up a second.
Yeah.
I'm a father of 4. Okay. 3 of my 4 kids have autism.
Mm-hmm.
And never in my life did I shove them in a car and call them a piece of shit and say they were going to get their ass beat after pulling off the side of the highway dangerously and then raging back onto the highway. Never in my life have I done that. I don't know how you were raised, but the way I was raised here in my city by my family was completely different.
You have to understand this. Jason never had a father figure. His father died when he was 8. He's always a petulant child, but that doesn't excuse him for being a piece of shit to those kids. I know it's obvious that, yes, parents yell at their kids, but here's the thing. Jason is not a parent. He's not equipped to be a parent. So he has no right to yell at those kids because, 1, the 12-year-old boy's autistic. And 2, they basically kids need a lot of attention. However, Shani does not pay attention to those boys. She doesn't even care about those kids. In fact, she doesn't even like those kids. And let's not forget the fact that Jason referred to Shani's kids as financial burdens and has threatened to kill them on camera more than once. Jason really hates those kids. He hates them so very much. That's how I see it. He hates those kids. And I hope that those boys are removed from that environment because they can't. Shani doesn't even care about her kids' well-being. She doesn't feed them. She doesn't make sure they're attending school. She doesn't even buy clothes for them. She only uses the boys as leverage to make others feel sorry, make people feel sorry for her. They're tools to her. She uses them she uses them as human shields to deflect the criticism off of her. Sorry, I'm just eating.
No disrespect, but earlier in this show, you said that this is not about you. This is about me, and this is about Shani and Rev. I asked you some personal questions, and you didn't want to answer them. So I'm going to have to disregard what you just said. But you know what, sir? I'm very proud of you that you're able to be a parent of 4 and that you have 3 children that have autism. And I'm sure you're a very good example to them on how they're supposed to behave and how they're supposed to live.
So would you say that that's a good example?
The Mandalorian. God damn it.
In the car?
To be honest, showing rage in a car and saying the things that they said is probably a ugly look for anybody that does it. But since I live in the tri-state area, like, the New York, New Jersey area, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, but
there's road rage that happens all the time. Now, I think in this situation, if I'm not mistaken, Rev told me that he thought that the cat either got out the car or was stuck under the car and could have got killed or whatever. The point of the matter is Rev could have handled that a lot differently, and he should not have said the things that he said when he was in the car, because he did that in rage.
Did he apologize?
No.
I don't know. And the reason why I didn't go through all of that...
That's a no.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this. It's because
he didn't apologize, by the way.
It's none of your business. Okay, well, I mean, you seem to make it your business because you guys went live the other day, right, with a little dinner. And I'm gonna be honest. And I'm gonna be honest, right out the box, it seemed very performative, as everything Shani and Rev do.
Performance art,
they
folks.
Use real life players. I don't know if you're a character in this reality show that they think they have or what, but it was bizarre. And why it was bizarre was, like, what were the kids eating before they were offered chicken? Obviously, they were offered chicken until I said something in the chat. And then Rev was like, oh, yeah, there's chicken. They can have chicken. What's up with that?
Well, there's a few problems with what you just said. There's a lot of presuppositions there. Number one, you assumed that they wasn't eating anything. Number two, I'm sorry. When
yeah, that's another thing about that. Shani doesn't feed her kids. She buys all this food from when she and Rev had money. They would order out. They would order takeout from these restaurants. When they did their mukbang videos, they would order from restaurants, and she buys an exorbitant amount of food for herself. She doesn't even offer the kids any. So, what does that say about Shani? She only cares about herself? Exactly, her ego won't... She only cares about herself. Exactly, dude. Her ego won't let her care about anything. Think about anything but herself. Wait, what was that? Oh, sorry.
When the camera was on, what did you see in the background? You saw me, Shani, and then Rev came on camera. And then you saw a wall behind us, some cabinets. You don't know what was going on in there, and I'll prove it. Tell me what was going on in the other room.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, since I was actually physically there.
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
They were eating something. It wasn't chicken, but they were eating something. So
like
what I did was...
or something like that? Is it like
Hold on a
chips,
minute, hold on a minute.
snacks?
So hold on a minute. Just to bring everything up to speed. When we was in the car, I think Shanny was the one that came up with the idea initially, and then I came up with the idea. And I said, you know what we should do? We should eat chicken and watermelon on camera, and we thought it was really funny and whatnot.
Okay.
You know, to troll the trolls. So,
yeah, that was a
they was in
bad
the car.
attempt.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the day that I also bought them a bunch of other stuff, which is none of nobody's business what I bought the kids, but I did.
But
buy
they
them.
broadcasted it. They told the world about it, so it is everybody's business now.
Okay. Just keep that same energy. Keep that same energy later. Then, since it's everybody's business, keep that same energy later because you're gonna need that same comment later.
I always keep it.
If somebody broadcasts something on YouTube, then they become fair game, then, right?
I always keep it 100.
Then they become fair game, then, right? If they broadcast something on YouTube, right?
Absolutely.
Even if it's child abuse, right? In my eyes.
If somebody broadcasts child abuse, then yes, they are fair game for criticism and being reported to the proper authorities.
As a Christian, you'd be surprised what I consider child abuse, like cussing in front of your children. I think that's a horrible thing to do. But anyway,
so you are saying that in the car that was child abuse.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
No, you just said as a Christian, cussing at your child is child abuse. And and Red told that kid he was a piece of shit. G-Man, let's be real. No, you can't circle around that. You just said it.
I was in the middle of a story though. So
no,
anyway,
it doesn't matter. You just said it.
Watermelon. So
it's on the record, by the way. It's on the record. No, go ahead. It's on the record.
That's great. Nobody cares about that. So anyway, so I got chicken and watermelon, and we go to the house. And you just admitted that you couldn't tell me anything that was going on in another room. So tell me this: how do you know they were hungry?
Because
I'm asking you.
No.
How do I know? How do you know that they were hungry? Because they keep when they were still living in the house in Colorado, they keep barging in while Shani was doing her streams, asking for something. They wanted their mother's attention, and what does she do? She shoos them away, threatens to beat them, and ignores them so that she can just speak to her audience. And that's another thing I gotta talk about, is that the fact that Shani would rather talk to her trolls than spend time with her kids is more vile than anything anyone has ever said. And that's the same thing. Same goes with Von Helton. If I had kids, I would stop everything what I'm doing and make sure that they have plenty to eat. Make sure they have something to eat. I would pause everything I'm doing just to make sure they have food to eat. I would stop whatever I'm doing just so that I could spend some time with my kids if I had any.
Earlier, and when I review this later, I'm going to point that out. Why did you assume they were hungry? What was going on in the other room? To be fair, if we're going to be fair and everything, you don't know.
No, that's why I'm asking you.
It. So they were eating something back there, and then when you guys suggested the chicken, I looked at the thing and it was like 2 big breasts that were still there, and I went back there and they didn't even want it. They actually got annoyed when I asked them that they want something to eat.
Wrong. Zach came in and grabbed chicken and walked out of the room. Also, in that same video, Shani, they were eating hot fries.
Wait a minute,
hot fries.
Wait a minute,
it's in the video.
Wait a minute, Nate.
He came over to the table, got chicken, and popped his head in and left.
Wait a minute, Nate.
I saw that.
Wait a minute, Nate. He didn't eat it.
Oh, so now he grabbed the chicken and he didn't eat it.
All he did was grab the chicken and he just played with it and then he put it back in there. Did you see that? No, you did not.
No, I go back and review it though, so I'm 100%.
You can go back and review it. I'm sure you can see the other room from, with the wall and everything that was behind us and everything.
No, you said he came and put it back. I could see him put it back.
But anyway, but anyway, Nick, do you believe that cussing really is child abuse?
No, I do not.
Okay, so have you ever cussed on YouTube before?
Yeah, but I've never.
Hold on a minute.
Threatened my child like that.
Hold on a minute.
You want to make this about me? I'm going to invoke my ethics and morals. No, if you want to make this about me, I will invoke my ethics.
I have
and
no
morals.
problem with it. I hope you do. I hope you do. Because if you're not a Christian, it'd be super easy for me then.
I'm not a Christian.
This out.
I'm not a Christian.
Great. Then I've already won then. So look,
You're wrong.
Yeah, G-Man always wins. Anyone, G-Man, this is basically what this is becoming. It's becoming a debate. It's not an interview. G-Man made it into a debate because, again, this is what G-Man likes to do. He wants to win so fucking bad. He wants to prove that he's better than everyone else just because he's a Christian. That's basically G-Man's thing. That's basically all he can do is go and prove that to everyone else that he's better.
Will your children watch your YouTube channel?
My children have no interest in it.
I doubt that. They're going to watch what your daddy is doing on YouTube. They're going to hear you talking about inappropriate things, and they're going to see the example that you're setting on YouTube.
How old do you suppose my children are?
I don't know, and I'm not being disrespectful when I say this. I really do mean this when I say this, okay? I don't live in your house, and the less I know about that, the better. I don't care.
Again, you can tell that G-Man is always looking on his phone, and it's obvious Shani's been texting him. She's been coaching him throughout this whole interview. What does that say about her? What does that say? That she's trying to gaslight G-Man into thinking like her. I mean, then again, G-Man's always been like this, but the fact that he's choosing now to defend her is telling that, yeah, there's something going on here. And I don't like it.
Because it ain't none of my business. I have a life. I have a job, and I have my own problems.
Okay, well, you're wanting to make it about me, so...
No, but wait a minute.
You're trying to make it about me.
Concerned about what's going on in somebody else's life that is like you can't live unless you know all of the little gory details.
Not when they broadcast child abuse. I'm very interested. I'm intrigued.
Well, I mean, are you a Democrat or a Republican? Because you sound like a super leftist.
It's irrelevant to this conversation.
No, yeah, exactly. It is irrelevant. And this is the thing that G-Man likes to bring up. Either you're a Democrat or a Republican. This is the argument that I always see G-Man always pull. Much like Shani, much like Rev, and much like Von Helton, G-Man deals only in absolute. You're either with him or you're against him. That's his way of thinking. So, knowing this, it goes to show that, yeah, G-Man isn't someone who is on anyone's side, who should be on anyone's side. I would never let G-Man talk over me. In fact, I would shut his ass up.
It isn't, because
this is about human abuses. This is about human rights and human abuses. And the abuse.
Hey, Blue.
Particularly people with disabilities, yes.
Okay. So what about people that get you fired from their job? What do you think about them?
No one got you fired, G-Man.
What's that got to do with abusing a child with disabilities? That has nothing to do with that.
No. All my friends.
I know where this is going. I know what this is leading up to. Shani is basically telling him about the abuse that the trolls gave her and who got her fired. But in actuality, she was the one who got herself fired because she was lying about. She was basically goofing off when she was supposed to be doing her work.
Autism. He's disabled.
All my friends told me when I come on this channel not to dodge one question, and I got you on 3 dodges already. Okay? No.
He is dodging the questions.
But then you keep talking about your kids, and I told you I don't want to hear about your kids because this ain't about your kids.
But you told me. I told you it was private. You complained about that. Then you tried to make it about me. Now you're complaining about me wanting to evoke my life into it. Make up your mind. Pick a side. What do you want to do?
But for this to be my first talk with you, you're messing up. First, you told me whether or not you rent or own is personal. Then you said what goes on your personal life is personal. Then you bring up your personal life.
He's trying to turn the argument around.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, he's trying to own Ned's stream.
Let's move on.
Yes, let's do that. Yes, let's do that.
So what about Rev's N-word rant that he'd had moments before you arrived?
What did he say? He told me about that on the phone. Oh no. He told me about that on the phone, and he told me that in person.
Did he tell you the word he said and say it how many times he said it in the video for millions of people to have access to?
He said that he was angry.
Really?
Now I forget about specifically what he was angry about. I think it had something to do with
Dragnot. Yes. Rev was angry at Dragnot because, well, we all know that Shanny hates Dragnot so much. And guess what? He called Dragnot the N-word over and over and over and over again. And guess what? His channel got nuked because of it. And I'm like, good. That goes to show that he is still a racist.
Either her channel's going down or his channel. I think his channel went down. I think at this particular point. Because he was asking for money for cigarettes, if I'm not mistaken. That's why he got flagged or whatever. Interesting, because I didn't think that was against terms of service at all.
No.
I think that's internet bullying, if you ask me, and I can't wait to get to that topic.
Oh, but, the topic? Well, no, you can't say the N-word like 13 times and not get flagged.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. But, okay, cool. So, here's the thing. He told me he said it. And you know what I said to him?
No, what did you say?
I said, after you said that, did you find any videos of Scientist Sam apologizing for teasing George Floyd for getting suffocated?
Oh, God. No. Fuck you, G-Man. God damn it. You're still on that shit? You're still on that whole, Sam is being racist because he made a George Floyd joke. So fucking what? So fucking what? It was an off-color joke, and Sam feels bad about it. But that's the thing. That's his sense of humor. He's edgy. You're still bringing this shit up? This is why nobody cares about you. It's because you cannot let go. You, for the life of you, refuse to let go of the past. This is why Matt Dillahunty won't give you. You're always complaining about, these atheists are being evil to me. You're like Von Helton. Always bringing up shit that no one knows about. And you're accusing others of supporting whoever's been talking shit about you. You can't let go of anything. It's not that, but you refuse to let go of it.
You know what he told me? He ain't seen one video. So I said, you know what? I forgive you. I said it just like that.
I forgave Sam.
Now, sir, what's wrong with forgiveness? You're a white man in the United States of America. I'm a black man living in the United States of America. And your ancestors enslaved mine. Why is forgiveness bad? I just want to know.
My ancestors didn't enslave yours.
Yes, you did. No. What? Sir, yes, you did. So I would like to know.
My ancestors didn't enslave you. Yes, you did. Oh, fuck. Yes, Von Helton said that there are black slave owners. Then again, Von Helton's crazy. This is the guy who... Von Helton is the guy who thinks that he blew up Godzilla. Little does he know that Godzilla can regenerate. So, yeah, your plan failed. See why I chose to play these clips back and forth? It's because, like, I played the Von Helton clip earlier, and I played this G-Man clip. There's a contrast between the two. And it's basically them just doing these mental gymnastics to make their points valid, because, of course, they're both pieces of shit, and they both don't like to be called out for being pieces of shit. So they try to turn it on the other person and make them the bad guy, because it gives them validation to use against them. Kind of like how what Von Helton was doing to Annabelle P. and Alan Reyes by talking over them, shouting. Oh, actually, no. More like shouting over them. And making himself look crazier than he already is.
Why is forgiveness bad? And should we stop forgiving you?
Well, my ancestors, they were enslaved too. You know that, right?
I just want to know, should I stop forgiving people like yourself? That's all I need to know.
And I'm sure somewhere in the world,
filming in progress, Draven.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Oh, please, to do some statistics. I'm pretty sure it's happened. As a matter of fact, I know it happened in ancient times. But that's irrelevant, sir. You're dodging my question.
No, it's not irrelevant. That's interesting.
You're dodging my question. Should I not forgive you?
Well, there's a question I would say about slavery is that, of course, we all like to say that G-Man is Shanny's slave. And to be honest, that is true. This is why he's defending her. This is why he's Well, then again, G-Man likes to deflect because he thinks that talking over people makes him smarter. Kind of like how Von Helton shouting over people makes him sound impressive. But in actuality, it makes him more annoying. This is why Von Helton and G-Man are friends. Because they do the same thing over and over again. Von Helton, it wouldn't be fucking surprise me if Negs brought on G-Man and then he brings on Von Helton and Shanny. And it would happen that Von Helton ends up making the entire stream all about himself. That's what's going to happen. Saying, all these trolls in the outside chat are being mean to me. They caused my wife to have a mental breakdown. They caused the CPS to take my kids. None of us were around at that time. And none of us don't even know the people who did that shit. So, where's your argument there? The outside chat!
People, sir.
Well, you also seem to think that because God doesn't condemn slavery, that it's not wrong, right?
Why are you dodging my question?
I'm not. I'm intertwining. We're on the subject of slavery. This is a perfect segue to this.
We're in a subject of slavery.
You brought it up.
I asked you a question about
You
forgiveness.
invoked my race and my heritage and said I was a slave owner.
No. I didn't say you. I said
here.
your ancestors, sir. You're not listening. Maybe you should get the headphones like I got. Oh, you do got them. You have no excuse. So I ask you this question again. Should I be a person that forgives, or should I be a person that holds a grudge? Which one is it?
You're pretty quick to forget child abuse, then.
Yeah, he's a person that holds a grudge. He is a person that holds a grudge against people. People who talk bad about him. He still holds a grudge against Dragnot. He still holds a grudge against Matt Dillahunty, Burt Toast, The Geek Room, Scientist Sam. He does hold a grudge. So, yeah, he is a person that holds a grudge. So, yeah.
That's what you're saying.
No. I have very strong opinions about that. It's just I'm on this show, and I know I'm not gonna get a fair take to talk about it. But here's the thing, though. But it's fine, though, sir. I actually like the fact that you're attempting to have an intelligent conversation with me, which is very rare in this community. It's extremely rare. You seem to be.
Nobody wants an intelligent conversation with the G-Man.
I'm not intimidated by nothing that's being asked because I know how many times you dodge my questions since I've been in the room.
You shouldn't be intimidated. That's not the point
here.
Should I
forgive? Yes or no?
If that's your prerogative, then yes, by all means, forgive people.
Okay, cool. So I chose to forgive Revelation News for using the N-word. Now, the person that he directed that towards, whoever that was, They have every right to forgive or not to forgive. That's their own personal business. For me, I can forgive. I'm very close to forgiving.
Yet you still haven't forgiven Sam for the George Floyd comment. You haven't forgiven Dragnot and Matt Dillhunty for beating you in debates. You haven't forgiven Burnt Toast for questioning your beliefs. You don't forgive the Geek Room for laughing at you. So why is it important that you forgive Shani? Is it because she owns you? She basically wants to have you to herself? They want you to be part of their fold? Hell, I've asked this question on Shani's chat on what G-Man's archangel name is going to be, and she said Gabriel. She's thinking about adding you into her little pantheon of archangels.
Scientist Sam, to believe it or not, for making a joke about George Floyd, for calling me a coon, for calling me a monkey, and everything else that you guys don't want to talk about on this.
I almost forgot Black Guy. He even missed Parker.
If I was to take on every instance of racism, I would never be done.
But you know what, you guys? I mean, think about it. You at some point you can take a break from talking about Shani and say, "You want to know what? If I'm going to champion the cause for racism, I'm going to go." Scientist Sam, you should have said that, Scientist.
Well, hang on a second.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, dude, who do you think you cop chasing over here? You don't care about.
Hang on a second. I got legitimate.
Oh, let's not forget that G-Man threatened to report Scientist Sam to the mainstream media. The biased conservative media.
You're clout chasing, dude. That's what you're doing. You're clout chasing.
I don't need to clout chase.
Yes,
Check it
you
out.
are.
With Shani, you say take a break from talking about Shani. Why don't Shani and Rev take a break from making racist rants and live streaming child abuse?
Why don't you ask them? Invite them on the stream. I'm sure they'll come.
Okay, fair enough. So the other day,
you know, they're not gonna respond to Negs because they hate Negs. They hate Negs with a passion. Shani hates Negs. I don't know. I mean, the reason why Shani hates Negs is because, of course, Negs had his opinions on her and she didn't like it. So there's that.
You happen to hook them up with some Delta 8 and cigarettes, it seems. They broadcasted it to the world.
Cigarettes. Delta 8 cigarettes. What do you mean?
Delta 8 and tobacco, a bag of tobacco.
Okay, and what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. I was just did the kids get anything?
First with the cigarettes. What's wrong with that? I mean, you're a Christian and you have morality and all that. What's wrong with it? Do you smoke?
I'm not a Christian.
Do you smoke?
Yeah, I chain smoke.
Wait a minute, you smoke?
Yeah, I smoke.
Then why are you asking me about tobacco and everything?
Because I don't care if they smoke. I don't care
wait.
if somebody wants to get cancer, that's their choice.
Wait a minute. You smoke, they smoke, but you're asking me why did I buy them smoke?
Nobody bought me smokes. We're talking.
No.
My point was, did the kids get some candy or some snacks? Did they get the hot fries? Is that where they got the hot fries?
You want to know what, man? Because they're not here to defend themselves or nothing like that, I'm gonna. As a matter of fact, I'll just answer it. Yes, I bought them some stuff. What did I buy? Good. That is absolutely none of your beeswax.
Great, that's good. I'm glad you did.
I bought them something. Yes.
Good. I'm glad you did. I'm super glad you did. Because the children are the victims of this. You know that, right?
Definitely. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna bring me to court. Your Honor, he bought cigarettes for them.
No, that's not what I'm gonna do.
And you know what they're gonna do? You know what they're gonna do to you, sir, when you do that?
Oh, what's that?
They're gonna do? They're gonna laugh at you. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay. Well,
I should pre-trial you, man, because this is pretty funny here.
Of course, he's gonna pre-trial Negs. Anyone who doesn't agree with him gets a pre-trial. Honestly, I can give two flying fucks about what G-Man thinks. He's a mumbling idiot. He's an unintelligent sociopath. That's all I can say about G-Man. He is unintelligent. And the people that he supports, people like Shani, Rev, Pillbox, Von Helton, they're the worst types of people anyone could ever see. And honestly, I could give two flying fucks what they think about me. If they want to say I support Indigo, that's their prerogative. I don't support her. I never supported her. And frankly, I don't give two flying fucks what they think about me. They can say I'm a troll all they want, but honestly, I'm not going to give them the time of day. I have my shit to deal with. I have my own prerogatives.
I really should pre-trial you. Go ahead. Because you're telling me that it is unethical to buy somebody cigarettes. Now, if you go to my Bible, you might have an argument. But you're not a Christian, so you can't go to my Bible.
Okay.
Listen.
We gotta listen.
No. Listen to me. I want to know why it's wrong.
We have to drop the religious and spiritual rhetoric. We need to drop it. It's non-productive. It's counterproductive. It's one-sided.
Okay, so why is it wrong to buy cigarettes?
It's not.
So why did you ask me then?
I was just making sure the kids got something because I care about the kids.
But that's none of your business if I bought them something. By the way, sir.
And by the way, anyone who shows any concern for the kids are automatically a pedophile in Shanny's eyes. Just saying.
I never said any of this. Hold on a minute. I never said none of this.
Said none of what?
You just got finished earlier saying that Shanny and Rev lies about everything.
They did.
Everything they sent you was a lie, right?
Yeah, go.
How do you know? How do you know? Prior to what I said, how do you know they wasn't lying about me buying the tobacco? I'm just out of curiosity.
Because Shanny wants your hog, dude. It's obvious.
She wants the D.
So you are like the reaction community. This is going to be easy. Anyway, go ahead.
No, she's attracted to you. You can see it.
Dude, there's a lot of people attracted to you that you wouldn't pay no mind to. So come on, let's continue. You're not saying nothing.
That's why she broadcasts it. She wants people to know.
I love Shanny as a friend, and I love Rev as a friend. I love, you know what? I'm going to say this here. I love a lot of atheists on here as human beings. But would I actually date them? Want them at my home and all that stuff? Nah, I don't think so.
Fair enough.
But you know what, though? Shanny and Rev have proved.
If you look like Shanny, give me a call. He said that to Burnt Toast. He didn't know that Burnt Toast was married and has kids. And he called her a child. She's a wife and a mother. And a good friend at that. She's a good friend. And I would like to apologize for what I say. But anywho. Let's get on with this.
To me, so they've seen, you know, they've seen me. They spent private time with me, but there's a lot of atheists that will never get that opportunity because I don't trust them.
Are you a parent?
Well, sorry. I'm sorry if I paused again, but when he said those atheists will never get the opportunity to spend time with me, yeah. What about the time Dragnot and his crew took you to New York? What about the time they got you a room, they took you out to dinner, took you to a show? What about that time? What about those times? They were being generous to you, G-Man. And you basically spat in their faces. You basically made yourself look like a bigger idiot than you already are.
Oh, sir, are you? Oh,
So-
you already revealed that you are.
I'm a parent. The whole world knows everything about me down to my address. It's not a big deal.
That's personal.
I accept my position in the internet. So anyway, I do. I
Can I ask you a
think this is
question?
important.
Can I ask you a
Yes,
question?
yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
You have a tag. This is just to ease things down. You have a tagline. You say that you want to keep things negative, right? What's the philosophy?
It's a
What's the
tagline.
philosophy behind that?
It's irony. It's a metaphor
his
for keeping it real. basically.
If you're going to keep it real, you have to be both. You have to be both positive and negative. There has to be a balance. When we say keep it real, you're not acting, you're not pretending, you're just being you. You're not trying to goat nobody into anything. You're just being open to everybody. You're keeping it 100% real. And the only reason I didn't answer your question about parenting or anything like that is because I see what. No disrespect, Negs. Okay. No disrespect.
Fair.
But I see what this reaction community does when they get personal information about you. So you guys are only asking me these things so you can try to hurt me.
No, I would never do that. I would never do that.
Negs, I was in the car. Listen to me, Negs. Listen to me. I was in the car with Shani when she showed me the message that you sent. Just stop it, dude. Like, stop it. I was in the car with her.
Oh, there he is, simping for Shani. He's basically defending her because, of course, she's telling him to defend her. Kind of like how she tells Rev to defend her. He's turning. G-Man. Run. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, G-Man. You're a lost cause. You and Shani deserve each other. And it would be a blast to see how Shani drains you of your money. The same way she drained Rev. The same way she drained Chris. And other significant others that she has been involved with. You're basically a patsy to her. You're a puppet. She doesn't care about you. She only cares about herself. But then again, you're just about as bad as her. Except you're not as wet-brained as Rev is.
When she got the text messages from me. Stop it.
What text messages?
Stop it, dude. Just I don't know if that was text, Twitter, or what. But you did say some things, and they were pretty hurtful and evil. Okay? Several of you did it. She's not even on YouTube no more, and you guys are still stalking her.
She posts that shit out for everyone else to see. Again, she wants the attention. Why else do you think she's doing this shit on Instagram? She thinks that any amount of attention will suffice for her. She feeds on negativity. Yeah.
That's irrelevant.
I know the law, my friend, and I know what you guys are doing is illegal.
No, what she's doing is illegal.
Is it illegal? Is it illegal to smoke cigarettes? Really?
It's
no,
illegal.
No. It's illegal to make
to throw your kids in a car, drive all the way across the country to escape Colorado CPS. So because you know where you're going, they have to establish a new case.
Let me ask you something, sir. Did CPS make a video talking about it?
See, that's not how they operate. You know that.
Okay. Who made it? And this is what you need to understand about the law.
That was a very intellectually dishonest. That was weird. Why did you ask that? You know they don't operate like that.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna get to it. Hold on a minute. So the reason why
don't leave me
because I'm been made privy to a law that I wasn't really all that aware of.
I'm just kidding.
You see, I don't recall Shani or Rev saying these things. I recall you guys saying these things. And if you guys are the ones saying it and she isn't saying, then somebody's stalking somebody on the internet. So you might want to clarify what you meant by that, sir.
They're running, and I know it for a fact.
Okay, and how do you know that? Show me the video where they're saying that they're running. Show me that video right now.
No, they don't have to say it. It's obvious.
You're stalking. That's what you're doing. That's what it is.
No, it's
we can
obvious.
move on. That's my opinion. You're stalking.
Am I stalking when Rev releases a video saying the N-word 13 times minutes before you get to his house?
So, again, he told me about that before I got in his car.
Is that me stalking, though?
And then
he uploaded a video. He uploads a video. That's me stalking.
He uploaded a YouTube video. He said what he said.
It's illegal to use... to post on a channel. I'm sorry. I don't know what's illegal. It's tax evasion is illegal. Evading CPS is illegal. Running from the cops is illegal. Running from insurance is illegal. Fleeing the state in a car that is not even owned by, fleeing the state in a car that doesn't belong to them is illegal. So yeah, that's illegal.
So now you're talking about it. However, they did not make a YouTube video saying that they're running from CPS. That's what you said, sir. And
I didn't say they made a video. I didn't say they made a video. That's my
stalking
deduction of the situation.
Slander. You need to be careful, sir.
Because
we're watching you guys. We're watching.
Yeah, yes. Let's go back to that. I digress on that. Let's go over to. I was just watching your stream earlier, and you said you had some hard drives and lawyers were on the case. I heard this same story from Shanny and Rev way back months and months and months.
Well, of course you guys don't believe me.
I've heard this story from G-Man. I've heard this from Shanny and Rev. I've heard this from Von Helton. They always say that they have lawyers. They'll contact lawyers to sue us for defamation. What are we defaming? You put this shit out there for everyone else to see. So we're not the criminals here, G-Man. You guys are. You, Shanny, Rev, Von Helton, you guys are the criminals here because you're threatening to you're threatening to silence us so that other people won't see you guys as the degenerate monsters you really are.
Glad you don't.
It's about the FBI and lawyers, all kinds of crazy talk.
Hey, Next, let me ask you something. How long have you been watching me? I asked you how long you've been watching Shanny and Rev. How long have you been watching me?
I've only really watched you a couple of times. I've watched some of your more disturbing things, like the Matt Bell thing.
Next, what have I been through on YouTube since I've been on here? Just curious.
I have no idea what you've been through.
Okay, so let's actually talk about this here for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with the G-Man channel here, all right? First of all, when I got kicked out the house the first time, give me all of the details about it that you know about it, sir.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Could you give me all of the gory details about why I got kicked out of that house the first time?
I don't know.
Okay.
That sounds like it's personal drama between
Hold on
you
a minute. Can you tell me how many death threats I've received here on YouTube?
Do you know how many I've gotten?
Oh, see me and you got something in common. Finally.
It's not even that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, to you it ain't, but nobody's ever tried to do it to you. They tried to do it to me several times. But anyway, so, sir, how many times has anybody tried to find out where you lived, threw rocks through your windows, tried to mail you harmful things to try to harm you? Just curious.
Well, you know, if you play with fire, you will get burned, sir. And you are playing with fire.
Are you making excuses, sir?
You are playing with fire with those.
I'll be using that against you later.
If it's criminal what people are doing, I condemn it to the highest regard.
You should hear what they're saying about you.
Let's not forget the fact that G-Man has doxed people. He's doxed Dragnut and his family. He's threatened to murder Hannah Zubby. And he's even threatened to call the Black Hebrew Israelites on Sam, on Faithful to God, and even on Miss Parker. Well, I don't know if he threatened to call the Black Hebrew Israelites on Miss Parker, but he's threatened to call the Black Hebrew Israelites on people so that they could murder them in the name of their Lord. So, G-Man is not so innocent here. He has done some illegal shit on the internet.
They're saying that you like using the N-word. They're saying like
you have to accept some responsibility for that, because you are enabling two child abusers and racists. It's not isolated.
That ain't what the Christians are saying. That's not what Christians are saying.
That's not what Christians are saying.
Christians are telling me good job right now. That's not what's being said right now. They're telling me that I'm doing a good job.
Christians are telling me a good job. He's referring to Shanny and Rev, who claim to be good Christians, when in actuality, they're the worst Christians I've ever seen. They're not even real Christians, because no real Christian would threaten damnation on an entire community for talking about them. No real Christian would say that God is their hitman. No real Christian would even threaten to murder people on camera on YouTube or wish death on people.
Answering all your questions.
Okay.
You're not answering all of mine though. You're ducking a lot of things. And I'm going to prove it later.
Ask me a question.
Oh, hey, Nick James, how are you doing?
Okay. So, what's your opinion about me, sir? Because I don't want to talk about Shanny and Rev. They're not here to defend themselves. Let's keep it real here, right? I don't want to talk about your kids, and you don't want to talk about Shanny and Rev. So, talk about me. What is your opinion about me? And I would prefer factual information, sir, and not rumors and gossip, because I got a little thing about people that tell me that they're genuine, sincere, real people, and they don't got no facts for what they're talking about. What's your opinion of me?
Well, what should I base it off of? Should I base it off of the slavery thing or the Matt Bell thing?
Okay, so let's stick with the slavery thing first. What do you not like about my slavery argument?
You said you evoked God to excuse it. You was like, it's okay because God didn't condemn it. It's okay.
That's not what I said, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
paraphrasing.
If I did say it or said something remotely close to that, then I need to stop doing that. I honestly do. May I please see the clip?
He's still going to do it.
Of what you're talking about. I'm sure you got something. And I would like the context in which of what's going on.
You know what? That particular clip I don't have. And that's okay. That's okay.
Would you like to hear my argument out of my own mouth?
That's okay. But I would like to hear you justify how slavery is yes, justified, yes.
Okay. Would you like to hear my argument out of my own mouth in real time about how I feel about the topic? Okay. So, just to give you a little bit of background, I'll try to get through this in 45 seconds so I can talk real fast.
Thank you.
I made a YouTube video responding to Cult of Dusty about slavery in the Bible. I think I did a decent job of refuting him. It wasn't as Beckles, but I did a video. Matt Dillahunty saw the video, and Matt Dillahunty and I was invited to call the Atheist Experience. The end, right? Okay. So a lot of people heard my argument, and they heard me say that there's nothing wrong with a human being owning another human being unto itself. In other words, Negs, right now, you own me. The end. That's all I said.
My bad.
You own me. The end. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's a lot of black people, and I mean a lot. There's about maybe 70% to 80% of us in this country that feel this way. There's nothing wrong with being owned because we have different definitions for that. This is where we take exception into things. It's how you're treated after you're owned by somebody. In other words, if you owned me, Negs, right, and you told me, G-Man, here's $1 million. Go out there and try to help as many autistic children as possible. I'm going to go do it because you're my master and you told me to do it.
Okay.
Now, if you tried to
No comment. I'm just saying he's basically dancing around the questions. That's basically G-Man's thing, is he's dancing around the questions. And he doesn't even give a definite answer. This is his tactic. We all know about G-Man's way of speaking when it comes to other people. He desperately wants to win. He wants to win so bad that he can lord it over everyone else and make himself feel more important. He's done this with so many people who have tried to talk to him. He has done this with other Christians. He has done this with atheists. He has done this with people from other religions. It's his go-to response. And honestly, if no, I wouldn't even give G-Man the time of day, because he didn't give me the time of day. So why should I care about what he says?
String me if you try to tie me to a tree, and you get a bullwhip and start whipping me because you didn't like how I was walking. I got a problem with that, sir. I got a big problem with that.
All right. Well,
so my argument is that there's nothing wrong with a human being owning another human being in of itself. That's simple.
Okay, we need to move on.
But wait a minute. You wanted to know.
Yeah, no, I don't have that clip.
Here,
I don't have that clip, so it's irrelevant. You explained your side. The end. We're moving on.
But I'm saying though, but I'm here. Don't you want to hear it come out of my mouth and not the gossip and the rumors of other channels?
That pales in comparison to what I'm about to play, and I think it's
that is just wrong.
Together,
okay? Let's watch that together. Let's see what you got here.
He's just going around in circles. It's like I said. He's like Von Helton. He's trapped in a feedback loop where he keeps saying the same things over and over again. He keeps repeating himself constantly. And I know I have a habit of repeating myself so many times, but I don't say the same things over and, well, not to the extent of what G-Man does, not to the extent of what Von Helton does.
Another edited video by the atheist community. It should be great.
By the Dragoons.
Can you tell me who Matt Bell is? What his significance is?
Matt Bell was a great debater, a jerk of a Christian who I did not agree with on a lot of different things.
Matt Bell is a sexual predator. That's all I can say about. He's a predator who's been talking with underage girls, and he got caught and is serving and is doing time. G-Man wanted to excuse Matt Bell because, well, this is G-Man we're talking about. He's just virtue signaling. He's using straw man arguments. That's basically his tactic, is straw man arguments. Because he thinks it'll give him a chance, give him the advantage to win a debate. That's why I refuse to do any interviews or talk with G-Man. Because he's basically going to be repeating himself over and over again.
Ripped to pieces on multiple occasions, but Matt Bell was extremely good at debating atheists. Now, apparently he got caught doing something over the internet with some really...
No, it's the Dragoons, Nick
so
James.
Everybody was making... Hold on.
He confessed. He confessed.
Of course he did. So everybody on YouTube that made videos about it was pretty harsh and brutal. He didn't get what he did. As a matter of fact, this is what they said. They said that they wish he could get worse. That they wish that he can get worse. That going to jail is not enough. That he should get worse, and he should get worse, right?
As he should.
A lot of people were saying that. Now, I got on YouTube, and I made a YouTube video, and I looked at it from a biblical perspective. I said that the man deserved to be in prison, that he's where he deserves. He's paying his debt to society in jail. However, because of all of the negative videos I saw, I said I hope he repents and comes to Christ. It's right there in my Bible, my friend. Repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ, for the remission of your sins, and you will receive the gift of the Holy Ghost.
Okay, well, I just want you to hear this clip, and I want you to give me some context to it.
Cool.
They lie. Now I think Matt Bell might be innocent because I'm pretty sure an atheist lied on him and said that he committed those crimes. I'm pretty sure of that. A lot. I think you guys lied on Matt Bell. I need to call the BBC and let them know that one of you lied on him. I might have to do that. You know what I mean?
Sexy guy on here.
So they lie. So atheists make a regular habit out of this about lying to people when it comes to sex sins and everything and whatnot. Is that what you do now? Is that how low you have gone as a what do you call yourself? You call yourself a tetrapod? You know what I mean? So is that how low you have gone in your evolution, you dumb tetrapod? You guys are a piece of work.
I wonder where am I at and when I made that video? Where was I living? Wow, that's a sexy beast that was on that camera. Ooh, look at the arms.
so you mean that?
Oh no, I trolled the snot out of those guys, and they deserved every minute of it.
So that you were just trolling by saying that.
Oh yeah, I was trolling to the 50th hour. Yep. I troll just like you guys do, but when I do it, I make sure when I do it, I'm gonna have some fun doing it. I got no problem with that. And by the way, I hope I'm answering every last one of your questions.
He did answer.
I'm not satisfied with you answering all of my questions. I don't think you've given me the fair same shot or whatever.
Unfortunately.
But it's your channel, man. You can do whatever you want. It's your channel.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have anything to atone for.
Oh, yes, you do, my friend.
You're going to the lake of fire.
Lord and Savior. You got everything to atone for. Because you're going to the lake of fire if you don't repent. I'm just telling you that straight up.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate that with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's basically G-Man's argument. If you don't follow his Christian beliefs, then you're going to hell. Again, this is why I said this is the thing that G-Man likes to do. This is one of the absolutes G-Man deals in, is threatening damnation on people who disagree with him. Same thing with Shani.
Oh, why not, Negs? Don't you want to become a Christian, Negs? Don't you want to know the power of God in your life? Yes, you do, Negs. We'll talk about that some other time.
I see the power of God every time I wake up and step outside and take a breath and look in the mirror and move and wiggle my fingers. Whatever I do, it's all. We're just a speck. We're just a speck and a speck and a speck and a speck. We're insignificant.
Well, me and you aren't that far from disagreeing with you. Aren't that far apart. The only difference is I believe that God's a personal God and He wants to know you. I'm sorry, He wants you to have a relationship with Him, and He wants you to turn from your sins. You got some things you need to admit, but we can talk about that some other day. Okay?
Yes.
No problem with that.
Yes, we do that another day.
But I do appreciate that, though, sir. I appreciate that you're smart enough to know that it's not just us. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Some people are dumb and they just deny what's right in front of their face all the time. There's no such things as quarters.
Yeah, this is another thing G-Man likes to throw around, is that anyone who doesn't believe in his God or his version of God is an atheist. And Megs makes a good point that God is omnipotent. And I agree. Even though I don't like Megs, I still hold on to some of the beliefs of the Christian Bible, some beliefs saying that God is omnipotent and God is everywhere. And I know a lot of people like to disprove the existence of God, and they have every right to voice their opinions. I respect that. However, when it comes to someone like G-Man or Shani for Christ, who they basically use God as like some sort of tool, as a scare tactic to silence people. Shani, you know how Shani uses God as like a power fantasy, saying that God will avenge her, God will smite her enemies, and she even calls God her daddy. She's always been saying that God will avenge me. My God will avenge me. That's not how religion works, Shani. That's not what the Bible teaches you. God taught us, the Bible teaches us that God loves everyone despite their flaws, despite their sins. God forgives. However, God forgives everyone despite their sins. But G-Man only subscribes to the Old Testament. The Old Testament. The whole wrath of God stuff. That's what he believes in.
But they're looking at it every single day.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, I've asked all the questions that I
Negs,
have.
you're all right, Negs. I don't think that you're a jerk or nothing like that. People told me that when I came on here, you was gonna be this evil jerk and everything. I think you're all right. I think you're opinionated, but I don't think you're this evil jerk or nothing like that.
Well,
I think you're all right.
I just want to get some answers, but I mean, I would.
Even though you made a negative video about me yesterday, but other than that, it's all right. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh man, I lost all the super chats around here. I'll have to get back through and read them, guys. Now, as far as I am going to disagree with you. I think that Shani and Rev are very neglectful to those kids. And
I agree too.
There's a pattern of behavior with Shani.
I wish they were my parents. You thought I have
no,
an iPhone 11,
you don't.
Me living it up.
Yeah, have an iPhone 11.
I wish they were my parents.
iPhone 11 and pissing on the floor.
Well, sir,
sleeping on a dirty mattress.
Have you ever been to the ghetto before? Have you ever been to the ghetto?
I've worked in the inner city. Yes.
Oh, you have.
Yes,
I grew up in the inner city. I don't think you have, sir. Because if you did, you wouldn't be saying that. I grew up in the inner city, dude. I grew up dirt poor, eating out of a garbage. Dude, you don't stop.
No, that doesn't excuse them.
I'm not excusing them for anything, but I've been in worse conditions, and those kids are living it up. And I'm sorry. I wish I had the stuff that they got. They make me look like I grew up. I tell people the story all the time. I never even had a Voltron growing up. I never even had a.
I'm just gonna skip a few of this because I'm just gonna skip that shit because he's just dancing around the questions and rambling on and on about stupid shit that no one cares about. It's not. He doesn't provide any nuance to the argument. He doesn't even. And of course, G-Man, nobody wants to be Shani's kids because. Have you seen the video of the apartment? Have you seen the clutter? Nobody wants to live like that. Everyone feels sorry for those boys because they were forced to live like that against their will. Same thing goes with Von Helton's kids. Except I don't think Shani locks her kids in their rooms just so that she can live stream 24/7. At least, God, I hope they didn't. God, I hope she didn't lock those kids up in their rooms. Otherwise, that would be considered neglect. That would be another one of the charges that people can press on her. Another one of the charges people can press in regards of her child abuse, of the child abuse. Anyway, let's move from G-Man and go on to Shani because, oh boy, she said some stupid shit about, well, anyway, let's continue on. I'm going to wrap this up.
Beautiful. Hello, Judy. Hello, beautifuls. Hello, gorgeouses. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, my ladies.
She thinks she's hot shit. Also, let's just say, Shani really thinks she's Shani really thinks she's a supermodel. That's why she's doing the whole cleavage shit. She thinks she's a supermodel.
Oh, I got Latina J. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Twisty Tweety. Hello.
Switch around the camera for 1 second, shoot.
Oh no, you're gonna see my messy house, guys. I'm sorry. There. Oh.
That is just. I know that's wrong on so many levels, but it's funny as hell because we all know that these guys are so fucking stupid. You don't have to criticize. You don't have to provide anything to make them funny. They do that on themselves because they are so damn stupid. But that's
so messy here. It's so messy. How dare we? Anyway. That stuff was very strong, yes. Yes. You enjoyed it, didn't you, Jamie? I know what stuff you're talking about, girl. Mm-hmm. I know what stuff you talking about, girl.
I'm closing my eyes right now.
How you guys doing? Good morning.
I don't like looking at Shani's face.
I'm currently trying to figure out how to get my internet turned on, and it's not turning on, so we're probably going to have service people come here. I'm currently on my phone doing this, but I really want my internet service turned on so I can start doing Twitch a little bit better. Well, hello, Cat and Company from...
Nobody wants to see you do Twitch. Nobody, Shani. Eee! And besides, your big ass won't be able to fit in a hot tub. So there's that. Yes, I've seen the Twitch video. I've seen some Twitch streams, the hot tub streams. And Shani, you ain't got what it takes to do hot tub streams on Twitch, so don't even try.
London, how are you? You're hungover like a mess? Jeez,
Hungover.
What did you do? What did you do, girl?
She's saving up her cheese.
I'm not hungover.
I'm not hungover.
I've been very,
hungover.
very sober lately, and
you're always drunk.
God darn it.
Gosh darn it.
Have to come in the house and frickin' wire things. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna guess that the uncle turned off the internet. Just saying. That could be the problem. But who am I to judge?
It's so depressing. White Claw. Wait, that was just from Xfinity.
G-Man?
Oh, it says that it's activated, and it's not. I wish it was activated. I'd like to use it. I'd like to use it. Hello, Jasmine. Internet providers do so much and internet is still shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right? Right? So awful. I know, now it's chilly outside. It was hot outside, now it's chilly. What? Hello, Earth? Are you okay? Or are you bipolar? I don't know. What's going on with you right now, Earth?
Does she not know what weather is? Does she not know what the weather is, what the definition of weather is? Does she not know what the seasons are? Oh wait, no, this is Shani for Kratz we're talking about. She never finished high school, so there's that.
No, I know why it's cool outside. Because yesterday they were spraying the chemtrails outside. And
oh, God.
Is like, metallic particles that's meant to help cool the earth from global warming. It's not well, I mean, it cools the temperature down, but you're breathing metal in your lungs. So that's not good. You going to the doctors? All right, Jamie.
The chemtrails? Are you sure it's not the weather? Maybe are you chemtrail, Shani? Do you still believe that shit? Or are you gonna start saying that it's a paradigm shift? Like Von Helton? Von Helton's been saying there's a paradigm shift going on. And Oh my. He says that us haters should be scared because the paradigm shift is going in his favor because the gods decreed it. Because there's a dimensional shift.
How are you spending the rest of your life, guys?
Hit that vape pen, Shani.
I've been seeing chemtrails very often here in Florida. I hate it. Yeah, be noticed when they start spraying the chemtrails how it's going to be cooler the next day. A lot of the conspiracy theorists used to say that it was for the bad. And
it's the paradigm dimension.
To the conclusion, I'm like, what if they're spraying this stuff because they're trying to notice in weather pattern, like weather would change for a couple days, and now it's like every other day. It's like the weather's fluctuating.
Maybe it's a sign that the dimensional merge is happening. The paradigm shift Von Helton was talking about. Maybe that's what this is. No, it's the weather. No, Shani, it's the weather. Weather changes. Weather fluctuates. Yes. You've never heard of systems. You've never heard of high or low pressure systems. You've never heard of that shit.
And I've been talking about this for years. The count. I have other avenues in this world to go to. I realize that, and I have moved on from my...
I'm surprised Von Helton hasn't talked about the... Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Platty. The dimensional... Yeah, that's probably... Yes, Platty, that's probably what this is. The dimensional merge. We're going to be reincarnated as Sonichu characters. No, it's not. That's not it. But Shani would believe something like that, but that's something Shani would believe. Hell, that's something Von Helton would believe. That dimensions are merging. Von Helton would be the one to talk about merging dimensions. So would Shani. Because she's that stupid.
Relationship on YouTube and gone to bigger and brighter things in life, which is merely real stream news and G-Man videos on YouTube. Which is fine with me.
I hate her makeup too. She's... Again, this woman really thinks she's a supermodel. I have to keep saying that. Because she thinks she's hot shit. When in actuality, she's just a hot steaming pile of shit.
Everything is ruthless and cruel in this world, man.
We live in a society here.
Providers are definitely ruthless and cruel. The landlords, they're ruthless and cruel, man. No,
are they?
Man, it's like everyone wants their money and they like forgot about humanity.
During a horrible pandemic, they'll throw 2 kids on the street. Red notice on your door, don't matter, no grace, none.
The thing is, yeah, the pandemic is still going on, but restrictions are being lifted because people are taking the vaccine. However, you guys wouldn't know that since you both are anti-vaxxers and you both also still follow the whole QAnon thing. You still... Before Rev got with Shani, he basically was a conspiracy theorist. He tried to be like Alex Jones. He basically was a huge fan of Alex Jones before he got with Shanny. So, of course, he'll still cling on to those beliefs. I'm like Alex Jones. I only report the facts, folks.
None. You would think they would realize, man, one day I'm gonna die and I'm gonna have to face Judgment Day too.
They don't care.
Imagine what the landlords are gonna be faced on in Judgment Day. You thought more about money than you did about these people's lives.
Yep.
What do you have to say about yourself? Don't you feel guilty over hurting others? Hello, Kim Noah.
That's what you got to do. You got to
Thank you,
introduce
Lala.
anarchy. That's what I would say, Chase. All you got to do is just introduce a little anarchy, upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. Sometimes we got to introduce a little anarchy in our life. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. And the thing about chaos is, it's fair. We live in a society here, folks.
God Christ versus joined. Hello, I love what you post, by the way. Yes, praise the Lord. You know, and I'm just looking at the world right now, and I'm seeing the Lord in action on everything. You know, the saints of God are being persecuted left and right. Our values and our morals are constantly being told that we're being evil for. What's up is down, and what's down is up. Good is evil, and evil is good.
God will avenge her.
It's nuts what's going on.
I read that would be the case somewhere.
Oh yeah, this earth is burning. Do you know in Colorado right now? I'm so glad I'm out of that dang state. It's on extreme high source of like burning of fire. So they have fire notices all over Colorado.
Wildfires happen every often. Wildfires happen all the time, Shanny. So there are wildfires that happen in almost every state. Most notably in California. However, but this is Shanny for Christ we're talking about. She always thinks that God will avenge her. She always keeps saying that God is her personal hitman. You could see the delusion in this person. Like I said before, she basically uses religion as some tool to push forth her insanity. She basically views her relationship to God as a power fantasy when it suits her.
And Colorado's gonna burn because I left that state, so there's no need for God to protect it anymore. So, I know I do. It's okay. The Lord is just speaking through me right now.
Oh my God. No, she doesn't sound like she's basically... No. She's mimicking everything Tila Tequila says, saying, oh, I am Jesus's bride. I am God's mistress. I am God's daughter and shit. She basically rips off Tila Tequila saying that shit. Okay.
And I just want to let people know it's going to be okay. If you are in Christ, it is going to be okay. Okay, I know it's going to get hot. I know it's going to be really bad.
It's
and
summer.
I know our space brothers are probably fallen angels that are sent to destroy us and be our new gods. Either that or AI or a combination of both. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Art Bell lately, and last night we were doing the ghost to ghost on Art Bell, and he was talking about the ghosties, but I don't really believe they're ghosts. I believe they're demons.
Rev is making a video. Or he's either making a video talking to daddy. I mean grandpa. I mean uncle.
Oh, you're talking about Butterfly, huh? Yeah. Whatever.
Indigo Butterfly.
I don't want to give that person any clout.
She's referring to internet Indigo Butterfly.
I barely have clout anymore myself, and I'm just a very sad thing now. Literally, cancel culture is a joke, and it harmed helping your kids financially. Yeah, it did, man. They harmed my kids financially, and they're talking about how they're wonderful people for destroying a channel that someone built that had no abuse on it. Sorry.
I am sorry to say this, Shani, but oh, thank you, Chase. Thank you, Chase the Train. Thank you for another wonderful donation, Chase the Train. I gotta have you on my streams more often. You are a real lifesaver. I mean, you are the GOAT here, man. Thank you so much. I could praise your name to the high heavens, and I'd still be indebted to you. Yeah, she is basically, I hope she never comes to me neither. She doesn't, this is the things that Shani likes to do, is that she likes to use these she takes these conspiracy theory based scenarios, and she likes to extrapolate from them. She basically likes to put her own version of them to suit her narrative and say that, oh, God is doing this because for me. I am marked by God because I am God's chosen warrior. That's basically what Shani does. That's why I'm trying to egg her. I was trying to egg her on to say that, to tell her that she's a goddess from an alternate dimension and that she can merge dimensions. That's what I've been trying to get Shani to say. I'm trying to point out her insanity. When I was on the Stoner Shani channel and I was in the chat, I was trying to get her to say that she is a goddess from an alternate dimension. To point out her insanity.
Sorry, you can yell at your kid. I like, you go to different channels and they're literally slapping their kids in the back of their heads. But what is it called? FGTV. Yeah, he's slapping the kid all the time and hitting the kid. Why don't you go cancel culture? Why don't you go after them?
Yeah. FGTV.
Why don't you go after angry grandma when she's literally telling her grandson she's going to murder him in all different ways and beat him in all different ways?
Okay. The thing about those channels is, one, most of those channels are fake. What they do on their channel is actual performance art. Two, why does it matter to you what they're doing on their channels? What matters the most is how you treat those kids. It doesn't matter if you don't abuse your kids physically, emotionally, psychologically, and verbally is considered abuse. Neglecting your kids is considered abuse. Berating them and threatening them is considered abuse. Why don't you see that?
But see, you guys, you laugh at that stuff, while when it happens with me, You cancel me and destroy my fucking life and my means of support and my family. It's messed up, man.
The thing is, with those channels, most of those channels, oh God, I'm not going to repeat myself. Never mind. I'm not going to repeat myself.
They just like feeling high and mighty playing God. They will face true judgment by the Lord's word. Yeah, they will, man. They will. They take discipline in your child and they turn it into child abuse now. Could you imagine that? No wonder these kids yell at their parents and hit their parents. They don't discipline their children.
They hit their parents?
Yeah, you go to the store, you see some kids yelling and screaming, calling their parents names. All over, man. Thank you, Hubble Bubble. They are, man. They're little freaking...
Exactly, that is sad. What those other channels you were talking about, that's considered satire. It's parody. Now, what you do to your kids isn't parody. What you do is basically allow you say stupid shit and do stupid shit without provocation, Shani. And no, there is no performance art. No. Those kids, were you the one... Let's not forget, Shani, you basically talked shit to your boys. You tried to force your kids to come on to defend you. You threatened to beat your autistic son because he wanted something from you. And let's not forget Rev. Rev was basically the most verbally abusive of the two. He basically mocked Zachary while you guys were in the car talking because he couldn't hold Gavin Kit Kats right. And that's another thing. You care more about that cat than you do about your own kids. What does that say about you, Shani?
Brats. And their parents are like, oh, you really want that cake? I'm sorry I didn't give you that cake, sweetie.
That sounds like you, Shani.
Discipline your child. Show a little roughness.
About that kid.
Yeah, man.
That kid. Yes, that kid. They're always referring to Zachary as the other kid or that kid. Yes. That goes to show that you don't even care about the boys. You don't even care about Zachary's well-being. And I'm not doxing him. You say his name on camera. So there's that, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, that was messed up shit. I felt like going to the parents and I'm like, why are you enabling that child to manipulate you like that? All you're doing is teaching your child to be a little sociopath.
That's true.
No. When your child is disrespecting you, you show them who's bigger and better. You have to. It's called humbling. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
So verbally abusing your kids is considered humbling in your fucked up logic? If that's the case, then oh boy, you're gonna have a lot of trouble on your hands. And I hate it. Every time Shani says something stupid, Rev is in the background encouraging this shit. These people, they're both mentally fucked up to the...
The child may cry, but the child's never going to do that stuff and disrespect people. Or do you want your child always in trouble? I don't know. Your child's always going to be in trouble if they think they can manipulate people and get away with stuff. But see, I get in trouble and completely canceled from that and have my channel taken away.
Well, you left the entire house in disarray. You evaded tax fraud. Well, you evaded CPS. And you basically evaded the law. You've made your kids fugitives at this point.
for trying to protect my cat.
Lawsuit.
I know.
Lawsuit.
It is a huge lawsuit. It's discrimination what happened to me. Discrimination.
Correct.
Oh, God. Shani. It's not discrimination. It's not slander. What kind of world do you live in where... You obviously don't live in reality. You're basically... This is one of the things Shani likes to do. She likes to escape from reality because, again, she doesn't want to admit that she's an evil parent. She likes to blame everybody but herself for all her own problems. She's basically taking the pages from the Von Helton playbook about being a shitty parent. She'll lie and say, oh, the government... The trolls are after me. The trolls are saying this shit just to make me a bad person. The trolls are the reasons why my kids' lives are ruined. No, Shani. These people are nothing more than internet terrorists.
Yep.
Yep.
Raising little gremlins. Dude, I love my children. They're awesome. You know why they're awesome? Because I discipline them at a young age.
At a young age. You put fear in their eyes. You neglect them. You basically you didn't even teach them how to use the bathroom. Your youngest son thinks it's okay to piss on the floor. Hell, your kids are sleeping, piss and shit. God, I hope you didn't lock those boys in the rooms just so you can live stream 24/7. Because if that did happen to you, then you wouldn't even have your kids right now. And from what I hear from other people, you've had your kids removed 3 times. And when you were trying to get them back, you basically were shouting weird obscenities towards the judge as well as the court and throwing a temper tantrum like a fucking child. Your parents and Chris had to get involved to have your kids reinstated.
I didn't let them be disrespectful to adults. I didn't let them be disrespectful to me, and I still won't let them be disrespectful to me. If you're disrespectful to me, I'm your mother. You're supposed to respect me, child, not disrespect me.
See? Oh my God, Shani. You're a horrible mother. Yesterday, when I was out for a walk to the post office in a hot summer heat, my mother was scared for my safety. She was worried about me. She was scared that I must have been abducted or killed or lying dead in a... Well, maybe that's the exaggeration, but she was scared for me because I wasn't home and I didn't take my phone with me, which was a stupid thing on my part. But the point is, she was scared for me. She was... And that's what a mother is supposed to do. They're supposed to be scared for the kids. However, Shani doesn't even care about her kids' safety and well-being. And I find it, and it's good that my mother shows great concern for me. And I love her for that. Shani, on the other hand, doesn't even know how to act according. She doesn't even know how to act like a mother. Instead, she uses the kids as ammunition to garner sympathy, to get people to feel sorry for her, just to make herself feel better about herself. She has manipulated those kids and to thinking a certain way. She's gaslighting them
Hey, guys.
And that is something that should be established with your child. Is your child should know that they should respect you. Because if they don't respect you, they're not going to respect anyone in life. That's your job, is to teach them to respect you, not for your benefit, but for their benefit.
Exactly.
You don't respect your kids. You don't respect your kids, Shani. You basically parade them around and lambast them when they don't agree with you. Hell, in that video where you were making fun of William when when Zachary pulled his pants down, you laughed at him and threatened to punish him for talking back at you. And let's not forget the car ride to the crisis center when William was having suicidal ideations. You basically were doing a live stream exploiting him, and he didn't want to be on camera. But you put the camera on him.
It's never for the parent.
Yeah,
the
man.
The parent doesn't want to go, hey, you messed up, you know.
Same here. I'm a grown adult.
Yeah, it hurts when I know my kid is upset because of them making a mistake. It hurts. But at the same time, I know I have to do my job as a parent and teach them how to behave correctly. And unfortunately, human beings, psychologically, they learn more from their mistakes than they do from doing just whatever. Kids have no boundaries these days. No, they don't. My kids do. But I teach them to respect boundaries and to draw boundaries too. It's not only respecting boundaries, but it's telling boundaries too. Like,
you didn't respect William's boundaries when he told you that he didn't want to be filmed, but you did it anyways. So, Shani, you're not one to talk when you're talking about respecting boundaries.
if you feel like you're being harmed in any way, you speak up. You shouldn't be silent, even if it's from me. I tell my boys to speak up to me. If they have a problem with me, speak up.
You basically force them on camera to defend you. That's not speaking up. They're afraid of you. So they will have to defend you at any moment because they're afraid that you're going to get physically abusive towards them. Knowing that you are verbally abusive towards your boys, you take a child's trust and you've smashed it into bite-sized pieces in a 14-year-long mission to destroy something you've killed a long time ago.
But at the same time, I realize in my head, I have to respect their boundaries too.
Yeah.
I have the best mother in the world. It's people like Shani and Rev that make me grateful that I have the best mother in the world. A mother that cares about me.
Was not good at that. But I'm learning now.
Yeah.
But
see, kids
no,
now,
you're not.
They're learning that there's no boundaries because their parents aren't putting any boundaries up. Right. They're allowing their kids to just be free to do stupid stuff.
Stupid shit, yeah.
And you're harming your children more than than giving them experience, really.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
I'm just talking about parenting and how lax parents are and how they call what I did child abuse when it was discipline.
It's not discipline, Shani. You were basically being verbally abusive.
Kill the cat is not like child abuse.
You were yelling at an autistic boy, Shani. You were yelling at your autistic son because he wasn't holding the cat right. And from what I saw, Jason Rev was more concerned about the cat's well-being than Zachary's. And Jason called him stupid and mocked him. Yes, he was being a petulant child. But again, let's not forget the fact that, oh yes, your kids were living in squalor. Because they thought it was appropriate. Anyway, I lost track of time. I'm not gonna finish this one because it just irritates me just knowing that these two idiots still think that they can have a platform. But god damn it. You know what? That's gonna do it for tonight. I mean, thank you guys for coming out here. It really means so much to me. And thank you Chase the Train for donating to my PayPal. I mean, like I said, any amount will do. Any amount will do for anyone who wishes to donate. I hope you guys liked it. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell notifications. I'm going to be moving away from the lolcows, from the insanity that is Shanny and Rev. And I'm going to be doing other stuff on my channel. Like, I'm going to be covering other things aside from idiots. Because I need to cleanse myself from all this Shanny drama. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys for coming out here. It meant so much to me. I am Rickzilla, and I will see you guys in the